Hello, welcome to the channel. My name is Karshigo and this is the Goblin Cave, and we are back with our Fido and friends. Everyone's just talking right now, so just talking now to shut them up. It's like, yes, we're back. So let's go jump in to see everybody. So, hi everybody.
Hey.
Hi.
We've had some
And we're
interesting
talking about
discussions
cooking
pre-show.
dogs.
Very interesting discussions. But we are back. Yes, the audio that we're using is from Syrinscape as always, because Syrinscape is amazing. Go check them out for all your online, offline role-playing needs. They are really, really amazing. They are not a sponsor, but if they would like to sponsor us, I will totally say yes, because I think they're that good. The Outback Steakhouse apparently may sponsor us as well. I don't know. They're currently not, but that's the discussions we've been having. It's been weird. Really, really weird. So hi, everybody.
Hi.
Hey.
Hi.
Oi.
What are we all up to today? We just remembered that, oh yeah, we're in combat.
Mm. Yeah, that's a benefit of playing online.
Forgetting that we're in combat, or being able to save the fact that we're in combat.
Being able to save it.
Okay. So we'll do our introductions, and I'll find our audios and whatnot. Sin, would you like to start? I'll get our audio set up.
I am Sin. I am playing Duna, the lizard folk fighter, and we're going to be skewering some dogs.
Nom 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 nom. Next is Chibi.
I'm Chibi. I'm playing Upri, the Goblin Ranger, who is here to shoot things and try and be diplomatic with the other goblin.
Who would be me, who is not here to be diplomatic. I'm here to kill things. Whether they're friendly, whether they're not, who cares? As long as I can eat them afterwards. But I'm playing Taka, the druid. Esme?
Hi. I'm Rishmay, and I'm playing Fido, the good boy champion. The champion of good boys.
And Waven.
Yep, I'm playing my Senthundashi, the aberrant sorcerer lizard folk. It's very scary, very intimidating, very edgy.
And if you didn't get all that, we've got 2 lizard folk, 2 goblins, and a good boy in the party.
Shoonie.
Yeah.
And we've got Games Master.
Oh. Hey, I'm Game Reaper, and I am your lowly GM for this adventure, which definitely has been entertaining on my part.
See, that's why goblins are more fun. At least that's my thoughts. So would you like to do the what happened last time on the show?
Kick you down a
Well,
hole.
after having extracted a confession from Finnick the Goblin, you were able to track down Hallard's hideout, where it looked seemingly abandoned and in a state of ruin. Trying to enter, you have triggered a handful of traps, and eventually found a hatch to an underground area where you were attacked by dogs that from a gate that opened shortly after you entered a room where you're still fighting those dogs. So, yeah, not much of a recap.
But that's about it. Yep.
Yeah. Also, Taka did fall about 30 feet.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm bouncy. It's okay.
What was that,
Was
Taka?
kicked
What
down
were
a
you
hole.
doing again?
Yeah. I will just point out I was heavily medicated last week, but it just worked for the character, so I'm just going to own it.
Holding on for dear life. No, not my ears.
No, I didn't hear. I was doing this. Oh,
But you were not listening. See what
I
happens
can't
when you
hear
don't listen?
you.
I'll
drops
never
everything.
get old.
The second he did it, it was like, oh.
Yeah, I was looking away, and then I just happened to look up and see you covering your ears. I'm like, you didn't.
Yeah, I did. Again, I was heavily medicated.
It added to the experience.
I'm less medicated this week, but I still have some medication for my back issues at the moment. So who knows what will happen?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Anyway, let's get back into it. We're starting off from the top of the round with it's being Tucker's turn. Now, looking at the map, I'm now realizing the dog right next to you, you probably will have cover from each other.
that's good and bad. Okay, I don't mind.
Yeah, so... what would you like to do?
Burn. Where's my actions? Burn, 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 burn. Reduce flame, that's what I wanted.
Mm-hmm. That is a miss, unfortunately.
Okay, that's my go.
All right. It's now the
Oh, can I actually attack
Now
as well?
he gets to retaliate against you.
yeah.
I'm only using
you can,
2 or 3. I just realized.
Yeah, you can attack.
Like, why am I only using 2 or 3 when I can actually do a third? Where's my weapon? So
Do you not have them?
no, I don't have them. Okay, that's my action then.
Do you not have them equipped? That's
no,
the thing.
here we go. I'll try to slap.
Yeah.
Do I get like the minus?
I've already put in the modifier.
Okay.
That is a miss.
Oh well, try to slap him. Bad dog.
AC's at least above 11.
Starting low, working our way up.
Yeah. Well, he's going to try and retaliate for those attempts. That is a complete miss.
Critical miss. Yep.
Yeah.
Next round, I'm just going to push the
you?
crates on him.
Yep. He's going to attack again. That's a hit.
So how does cover work in this again?
Oh, it reduces your to hit.
Ah,
So 3 damage.
And he will use his last action to attack again.
Is that another miss? Yep.
That was another hit.
That was a hit.
Oh, I don't like those.
And he dealt 6 damage.
Yeah.
Good news, everybody.
Oh,
this is
People
what
gonna
happens
get-
when you try
The
to slap
damage
dogs.
is automatically applied.
Okay, I'll take that 6 back then.
Yeah. Yeah, I was I hadn't even rolled the damage for a second attack and I just saw damage 3 to Tucker. I'm like, huh? Yeah.
No, I was doing the damage, but anyway, anyway.
Alright, that's another 4. Alright. Yeah.
On the upside, people are going to get healed.
But,
Or
Aubrey.
I might just get healed.
it is your turn.
Okay, so Aubrey is going to use her hunt prey action to mark the dog. Then she is going to use her hunted shot action to get 2 shots against it.
Alright. Roll the hit.
That is.
Alright, that's a hit.
Also being attacked by a dog, apparently.
Okay, and with that, you shoot the dog in the side. There's a slight whine as it just collapses to the ground.
Oh.
I believe you have one action remaining.
Yeah, I'll use that, I guess, for movement. And I'll come up over here and see what's going on.
Yeah, you can see the other two dogs now.
It's like,
Which
oh,
dog
that's
died?
the middle.
Yeah,
The middle one.
Yeah.
Guard dog 1.
yeah. Let me just.
2 and 4 are still alive. There we go.
Right. It's Duna's turn.
So how do I target this dog?
You should be able
Vertical
to
is
do.
at the top.
Yeah.
There should be the menu at the top, and there looks like a
Next
Blue
to-
crosshair.
crosshair symbol.
Yeah.
Yeah. You see the
This
one
is
with
on
the
the
like
combat
red
tracker?
dash?
No, on the map.
No,
On the map.
On the map.
Yeah. You see like the blue circle with the red dash through it?
That removes your targets. The
You want the regular
Yeah,
crosshair.
that removes it, but it's right next to it. The one with the red dash is easier to see.
do you?
Don't see.
Okay. Do you have your map maximized or not?
No.
If it's
Okay.
a free floating
On
window.
the right, you can see 3 squares and a downwards point. That is for opening the toolbar. On the top right of your map.
Top right. Oh, I think I just closed it.
Because you should see the cross to close, the question mark, and there should be an up diagonal arrow on the map pop out.
Okay, I see it now.
Yeah.
So I need to select the dog, correct?
Yeah, just drag it onto the dog.
So,
So you click the target mode, and then you click what you want to target.
okay.
There you
So
go.
does that work?
Guard
Yes.
dog
Yep,
4.
you're targeting it.
Okay.
Right.
And then I'm going to, first things first, shields up again. Because I
Okay.
need that up, that's ready. And then I'm going to shank it with my javelin.
All right. Roll to hit. That is a hit. Roll damage, please. All right.
Then
I talk
I'm
out
going
of
to
turn.
shank it one more time.
Yeah. What was that?
I was asking if I could talk out of turn.
You will.
I was just gonna tell Duna to do something.
Okay.
Nah, it
Well-
doesn't matter now.
It be dead now.
Yeah. With
put it on
that, you lift up your shield. With it focusing its attacks on you. You reach around the side with your spear and your javelin, and stab it twice. One getting into its flank, and another finding purchase in its throat. Eventually, the dog just collapses. And that is your turn. Lysynth.
Lysynth will step towards the final dog.
Mm-hmm.
I am very sorry to do this, Poocha, but I have yet to use this spell.
And I will cast Spider Sting.
Oh.
But I forgot the target. Gotta love forgetting the target.
It's something that we're totally not used to, having this
Yeah.
ability to target and having to remember it.
Why did I not target the dog? There we go. There we
Yay.
go. Finally.
It
Yeah.
fails its save. Roll damage, please.
Let's see. Failure. Okay, so I do 1d4 damage to it.
Yep, 1d4 piercing damage.
It is effect with spider venom at stage 1.
Yep. All right,
Or
and
doctor.
press the status effect to make it enfeebled 1.
Yep. This spell is weird.
The system's weird. But we're just getting used to it, that's all.
Yeah. Okay, so that was all 3 of your actions.
Oh, I also need to do that. I forgot to do the 4 poison damage as well.
That isn't until the start of its next turn. Yeah, depending on so well, it's gonna be its turn anyway, so it doesn't matter. Oh, actually, no. It's not its turn. Fido, it's your turn.
Take out my long sword and smack it.
Kill your brethren. Prove your worthiness.
You
I forgot to target.
Yeah. But
I feel like
yeah,
that
that's a
miss.
miss. Yeah, that's a miss.
We've already identified that you need at least above a 12 to kill
So
your own
I'll
brethren.
attack it again.
Yeah.
I did not mean
I
to use
hit.
spiders. To...
Oh, you're just trying to use the
Yeah, I
spell
was
slot.
marking off.
Yeah.
On the spell slot.
Okay. That one was a hit. So roll damage for me, please.
Weird, I did roll damage, but it seems to not be. Try that again.
Oh, no, it just got it. All right.
Oh, I
and,
just did it again, I think. But
Yeah.
wow, mine.
Mine's good.
Yeah.
That's a
Oh,
good
And
shank.
with that, there was a combo attack of the lifelong allies of Lysent and Fido, as Lysent creates the sting of a spider from his palm and jabs the dog, weakening it long enough for you to, missing your first swing. On your second swing, you do cleave the dog's head clean off.
Or dog.
Hmm. Oh, that mental imagery.
You're gonna make the meat less tender.
Dog.
And with that, combat is over.
Yeah.
So not being distracted by the presence of the dogs, you now notice that at the floor in front of the door, you notice a pool of what looks to be oil. And you do see shards of glass in that pool. It's
Fire?
it seems that somebody left a bit of a obstacle to head deeper into this place.
I
And
can
that's
get
the
rid of
door
the obstacle.
opposite.
Yeah, the door at the opposite end of the room.
We can burn it.
We can just take a
No.
lid and just shove the glass in front of us. Basically, use it as a pseudo shield and just scrape along the ground, pushing all the glass forward.
What about the oil?
I feel like this is a thing where if we open the door, they're going to make it burn us.
Mm-hmm. So if we burn it before that, it's just fun.
Well, you want me to move the glass so we can open the door and you can burn it?
I just want to burn it.
How large
Um,
is the
But
puddle of
but
oil?
first, and I jump into the blood of all of our enemies, and cast healing on myself.
Yeah. Anyway, the shards of glass aren't large enough to block the door.
I was more gonna take a lid and just scrape them to the side so they're out of the way, so I can open the door safely.
All right.
And
You
then
need a
I
broom.
tell Taka to get ready with his fire because I'm about to open the door.
Okay. So, how are you doing this?
Wayward
which
was
way does the
asking
door
a question.
The door opens inwards.
Okay, so I'll be right here pulling the door towards me.
What if we move all these crates to have a barricade? If there's someone on the other side, we can throw things at them.
You're
I
going to
was
put
just wondering
wooden.
how big the puddle of oil was.
Yeah.
The puddle of oil is just on here.
Yeah. Because we all should have water skins. We could just pour water over it and move the oil.
We even have soap.
Why do you have soap? Such a human
It's
thing.
Part of the skins.
I'm a diplomat with humans.
Why
I
would you want to
mean-
bathe? Mud
I
bath
mean-
is where it's at.
I mean, being clean is good. That's what you're supposed to do. It's a good thing to do.
It's what the man tells you
mean-
to do.
I mean, technically,
Explains the smell.
you could like use a bar of soap as a weapon if you really had to. Either by throwing it at somebody.
I throw my soap at the pug.
So you also
Oh,
have soap.
Yeah. I do have soap.
Apparently, I do.
Tack is holding soap.
You do have a preference for smelling like lavenders and elder god flesh.
I mean, I accept your gift, Taka. That's very nice of you.
Did it hurt?
Extra soap is always good.
Did it hurt?
A little, but it's okay.
Are you wounded now?
No, I'm not bleeding.
Then it's a terrible weapon. Terrible, terrible weapon. Need to put
I
spikes
just look
in.
at Fido and I go, you know, if you ever decide to attack Taka, you'll end up just like all these other mutts.
I'm pulling out my water skin because you know what Lysanthe said was like a cool thing, and I'm gonna like just start drizzling over the oil.
Okay. Looking a bit closer, it is less of an oil and more like some kind of grease.
Slippery.
Is my soap kitchen grate?
You have Dawn.
Does she have Ajax?
And I start scrubbing it with soap and just making
Some Arm and Hammer.
Alright,
doing this at the. I was helping at the inn and cleaning up and stuff, and this is totally how they do it.
Yeah.
It's
So,
like-
Duna,
Get out a
trying
bit of
to
rope
open
and
the
just use it
door
as a scrubber.
from that spot is a bit awkward as you're moving in between crates and a barrel that are in the way.
I start going through the barrels and crates.
All right.
Just move them over to the corner here. They're
Can
out of the
I
way.
have you make me a perception check, please?
Watch how I fail this. Secret or not?
Secret, please.
Am I able to move these two out of the way?
Okay. You find 2 vials of an orange liquid.
Orange sounds poisonous.
No, that's
It's orange
Ajax.
juice.
Hey,
That's Ajax.
Fido, I found some drinks for you.
Oh, the
You're being
dog
so
food.
nice to me now, Taka.
And do not suggest drinking it.
I mean, first the soap, and now what you found? I mean, at first I thought you didn't. I mean, I thought you didn't like me.
I don't.
Make signals.
But they're gifts, and you give gifts to people you like.
So giving
You-
poison to someone is giving
Only
them a
if you
gift.
know what's in it. If you don't know what's in it, then you give it to some random person you don't like, and if it's poison, then oh well, you didn't like them anyway.
Oh. Okay. Thank you, anyways.
If you die, can I have your stuff?
I kind of had it. I have a will set up for it to go to charity.
Well, didn't you know
What if I
that's
change my
Taka's
name to
middle
Charity?
Right. So you're giving the vials to Fido, are you?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Fido, if you wish, you can attempt a. Hold on. Does this have to be trained? Hold on. Give me a second.
I'm probably one of the people that could actually identify these, but
What I want it to
Yes,
be
you will
is
have
some
to be trained in crafting to identify these.
Lysan.
Yes.
Can you figure out what these are?
I could certainly try. Give it here.
Give it to him.
Okay.
Could it be a secret craft?
Do you have
I am trained in
alchemist
crafting.
tools?
Inventory. I doubt I do.
Yeah, just looking at it, to identify a alchemical item, you'd need to have alchemist tools, unfortunately.
I was gonna say, did you say this requires crafting?
Yes.
I have a +4. WTF.
+2.
but do you have
I
alchemist
learned
tools?
something new about my character today, guys.
So Lysense takes
So did you, apparently.
the vial, uncorks it, and goes.
Too complex.
When you uncork it, suddenly it bursts.
Oh,
Oh.
damn.
That is very fragile glass.
Hold on, let me just have a look.
This is the second time I'm very likely being harmed by fire.
Yep.
Okay.
And I think this is an oxygen-based fire.
If it's fire, I want it back.
I was not expecting alchemist fire to just immediately burst.
If
soon as
it's
it's
fire, I want that
Okay,
back in my bottle. I want the bottle back.
Could be
All right.
phosphorus.
Yeah, can I have you make me a... Yeah, so you take 1 point of fire damage, and since everybody else is in 5 feet, everybody takes 1 point.
Yeah, I was looking at that. We're all surrounding.
By sense. As, yeah.
Just had to stand in the middle of the room.
So, would it be reflex saves from everyone?
Yeah.
I think we all just took it.
Or that.
Did we all just take that?
Of
or did we-
identifying. is
Yeah,
painful.
everybody takes that. Actually, let me double check.
Friendly fire.
The fire
If you
bursts out and it's like, hello! As it burns us.
See, that's why we have a
I'm
friendly
the friendly
fire.
fire.
I feel like the spirit of Flibs is in this.
Okay. Yeah. So, Lysant, you are currently on fire, and you can just quickly put yourself out before you take more damage.
Unless you choose to embrace the flames.
Go! Light the door!
Let me just.
Light the door! Burn it!
There. So, yeah, exposing alchemist fire to oxygen, to the air is what sets it off.
Yeah, I did not.
So there was
I did
two of
not expect
these,
that.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
want that one back.
but it was a gift,
Yeah,
No
no.
take
and
back.
it's very rude to. It's very rude to give gifts back.
I'm okay with being rude. Here, give it back.
But I can't. That's rude. My parents taught me better.
Yeah, they lied.
Okay.
Give it back.
Fido, can I see the other vial?
Okay. I'll give it to him.
And then I hand it straight to Taka.
Thank you.
All right, let me just put that in your inventory.
You're a good boy, Fido.
I don't feel like a
Sucker.
good boy.
Okay, so how do I increase my wounds again?
I already calculated it.
I didn't take any damage.
Hmm?
Aka took damage. I didn't.
Oh, how I did it, it didn't appear in chat.
No, I'm
If you
still
have
at
a
the same
look
exact
at,
health.
sorry,
I'm still at the same exact health. I was at 13.
you were at 14.
I remember being at 13 before. I don't know.
Yeah, I healed you last time, I think.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
So can I move these barrels and boxes up here out of the way?
Yes, you can.
Be careful, there might be more explosives in there.
Go through them. I am not the kind of person that can search.
Okay, you lift, I will search.
I'll just basically put these two in the corner so I have the room here to open the
Alright.
door properly.
All right. You open the door,
Dark.
and it opens up with a squeak. And that's that.
With all the oil and grease around here, it shouldn't squeak.
Well, the grease isn't on its hinges; it's on the floor.
I knew I had a creaky door.
You see anything, Fido?
I think I see a table. Maybe. I see a piece of wood, that's for sure.
Oh, so you see a
Yes,
stick.
you see the edge of the table, and you're careful as you step through the doorway not to slip on the grease.
Yeah.
And you see
Whatever
what
that thing in the corner is.
that is an oven, furnace.
Oh, okay.
type.
For cooking dog.
Dog.
And
Other white meat.
you see what appears to be a bed and a storeroom that houses various goods such as food.
I think maybe this is where he slept.
Does it smell like him?
Cause, well, no, well, there's a bed.
Can you get a
I mean,
scent?
unless. Oh. Go into the bed and start sniffing it.
All right.
Come on,
Can
let's
I
go.
have you make me a perception check, please? Secret.
Come on, everybody. Through the door.
Can I want to keep a ear out towards the ladder room and everything, just to make sure, we
I'm
don't get
going
locked in.
to open the door completely and then put a box holding it open. And then I'll do the same thing to the other door.
Okay. Anyway, Fido, it definitely
Mhm.
smells like a human man has been sleeping here.
See if he's hiding somewhere.
Oh, I
Track him
see a
down.
tunnel. Also, what is this red thing?
That is a curtain separating into what appears to be a different room.
Oh,
Mm.
I'll poke
Alright.
through. I'll poke through there.
All right, you open it.
And just picks at fire scabs on
And-
his snout as he moves along.
Yeah, you see a hole.
Is this the
Toilet.
bathroom? Is it-
There definitely is a stench.
This looks like a shithole.
Yep. Can I have you make me a perception check, please?
I want to push it down.
Is that a secret one?
Yes, please.
Perception check to see what he had for dinner last night.
I want to push it down.
Yeah, this with your keen sense of smell, this room is unbearable.
Yeah, no. I don't like it in there.
I-
It
as
doesn't
you-
smell good.
As you turn around, you see Taka behind you like this, and then he stops.
Oh, do you have to use the bathroom?
No. I'm just gonna see if you fit
Oh yeah, I fit in the room.
in the hole.
Oh, I don't think I would.
What's on
Can
the
we
table?
try?
Because I don't really
On the
want to.
table, you see old scraps of food.
So while I'm in here rearranging the boxes to basically keep the doors from being shut behind us, I'm also gonna take a look in them and see if there's anything that we might need.
All right. Can I have you make me a secret perception check, please?
Yes, I can. There you go.
Okay. With that, most of this is pretty useless, but you do eventually uncover a small glass bottle filled with a murky, foul-smelling brown liquid.
Soy sauce.
It's like the brown note, but in liquid form.
Okay.
Laxative.
It could be Chocolax. We can feed it to Fido later.
Did somebody
I'll just
say
put
my name?
I'll just put it in the pack for now.
Yeah. So it came with a box, but the box that contains the bottle looks like it had 7 other bottles in it, but each seemed to be missing.
Okay.
I assume this is a little storeroom that lights up this by.
Yes, that is a storeroom where you can see what appears to be various food goods, like some what looks like old meat, turnips, and looking at a barrel that just says that has the faded words ale.
My sense will
pretty-
just give a quick look around in here while everyone else does their stuff.
Apri,
All
where
right.
are you going?
Yep.
Where's Apri?
I was in the other room with Duna while Duna was moving things around to make sure that, we weren't getting trapped.
Oh, okay. They've got an oven here.
We don't
Okay.
usually cook our meat.
Yeah. You what?
As long as it's not
Fido.
open. As long as it's not lit.
Fido and Duna, you just watch as Tucker just dives into the oven.
What?
Why is he? Is it on?
It is not currently on.
It
Okay,
could
then
be,
he's
though.
safe. I mean, yeah, that's really dangerous. I mean, because ovens tend to be on.
Fido does still have a vial of alchemist fire.
Toss it in there
that
for good
would-
measure.
But that would be bad.
Anyway,
It was a good boy.
yeah, so Lysent, you said that you wanted to search the storeroom more closely.
Yeah.
All right, can I have you make me a secret perception, please?
Indeed.
Okay. Looking around, there doesn't seem to be much. You do see a crate with empty wine bottles. Grabbing one of the bottles, you look at the label, and it seems to be a good Chelish vintage that probably would have been quite valuable. But all that remains are the bottles.
You said this is a bed right here.
Yes.
He's a secret wine connoisseur.
I'm gonna flip the bed.
All right. It's more of a cot. You flip the bed onto the ground, and you see underneath it is a small chest. More of a strong box.
Okay. Does it look like it's locked?
It is.
Okay.
Perhaps
I'm
the
going
key
to-
is in here. I start searching the oven.
How heavy is the box? The strong box. Big, I guess, is also the question.
It's not too big. It is quite weighty.
Okay.
Not too much to carry, but you're definitely going to be slowed down carrying it.
Okay. Yeah, I will put it in my bag and put it back on my back, and until we find the key, it'll be in there. I'll just be slower.
Okay.
I'll search
Or
the
I'll
oven.
take it out, or I'll take it outside and I'll bash it until I get it open.
How about I search the oven and Fido search the toilet for the key?
Why would it be in the toilet?
Maybe
I
it
don't really
dropped.
want to.
He may have dropped it when he used the restroom. You never know.
He may have dropped a stick down there. Stick?
I'll
mean, I
look
don't need to
under
get a
the
stick.
table.
There's nothing under the table.
Okay.
I mean,
I'm guessing this behind the red curtain is the bathroom.
Yes, the lavatory.
Okay. Hey, Lysent, did you find a key in that room you were in?
Just a use of a fancy bottle of wine.
Oh,
I mean, don't
I could have
people
used some good wine.
don't people typically
Yeah.
keep keys on them?
Anyway, this strong box will in total be about 4 bulk.
4 bulk. Okay.
So let me just.
That's fine. I'll be at my limit then. Or no, I'll be at where I'm at note pen, because note pen's at 9.
Yeah, you will be encumbered.
Yeah. I'm not at my limit, but I'm
How about we just smash it open now?
I mean,
Once you find the
breaking
key-
it could be rude.
You know what? I'll put it on the ground. I have a crowbar. Can I use the crowbar to pry the lid open?
All right.
I move
Uh,
away.
I hide under the table.
Okay. Hold on a moment.
Pulling up what the crowbar does for me again. Without a crowbar, prying something open takes a -2 penalty to athletics checks to force
Yeah.
open.
All right. All right. Sure. Make an athletics check for me.
All right. Athletics. Secret, I take it.
No.
You can do it. And if you die, can I get your stuff?
Fido.
Yeah, you are unable to open this chest.
Come here,
Yeah.
Fido. I'll hold the box. You stick the crowbar into the box and pry.
Okay.
And if you die, can I have your stuff?
Well, no, I'm giving it to charity.
I will name my child charity. No problem.
Okay. With that, you rip open the lid of the chest, and as you do, a spike shoots out of the lock
Of course.
and hits you on the hand. Ken,
Duna was the one holding the box.
Yeah, towards her.
But yeah, that's the thing. I would have been in front of it.
yeah.
It's literally me on the ground holding the box down in place for behind it while she sticks it from the front where the actual opening is.
I was thinking you
So
could also use the
Fido
crowbar
still
from
got
behind.
hurt.
Okay, so
Fido.
I was picturing it as Fido standing behind the box, leveraging it that way.
The irony
Okay.
of the name of this game, like Fido and Friends, like just gets
Yeah.
better and better.
Okay, so that
He's a good
is
boy.
a hit. All right, so you take 1 point of damage, and all right, let me see.
The end.
Can I have you make me a fortitude save?
There it is.
Of course.
I got a little bit of a sneak of like some of these things because I've got the audio. of what the guy
Okay.
is named of, but
Yeah,
Go on.
so that is. You take 3 points of poison damage.
Of course.
You are currently drained 1.
Okay.
What's in the box?
Yeah, it
That
seems.
hurt.
Yeah, you feel a bit funky.
Oh.
I'm glad I failed the first time around.
I don't feel good.
here, drink this, and I'll offer the orange potion.
That hurts.
It may burn going down, but
My
it'll help
hand
you.
hurts. What is it?
The orange
Here,
potion.
He's offering you
hand
the
me that
alchemist
bottle.
fire.
Don't drink that.
No, it's mine. Mine.
Okay.
You guys really just like testing all of the traps on Fido.
You know, I feel really bad.
Hey, I attempted it first. I failed. The only option I had left was Fido. 'Cause I'm not putting a brother like Lysanthi in harm's way.
Of course,
Us
I don't.
folks have to look out for
I
one
mean,
another.
Lysanthi is stronger than I am, but I
Has
don't
worth
know
athletics.
if. Yeah, that's the thing as well. It's fine. Fido's fine. He's a good boy. It's fine.
It's also sort of like a case of, well, Fido's kind of volunteering, so it's like
Fido has
consent?
lay on hands. She can get rid of the poison.
So what's in the box?
What's in the box?
Okay, so inside the box, yeah, you find yeah, 14 receipts and a scrap of that has varying transactions, as well as a scrap of parchment that lists the same transactions, along with a value slightly higher than those listed on the receipts.
All that for paper?
You see that the receipts actually come from Bort, the merchant that was murdered.
Burn the paper.
No.
This is evidence.
Heresy.
I will take the papers.
I'll burn you then.
This is how we're gonna get your goblin friend vindicated.
Yeah.
He's not my friend, he's weak.
Because we've got to have more goblins than dogs.
But he's weak. He
Alright.
does things which people tell him to do.
But he'll do things you tell him to do.
What do the words say?
Okay.
I've got Fido for that.
And also within the chest, you see a pouch of coins that is 23 gold pieces, 45 silver pieces, and 14 copper pieces.
Mm-hmm.
How much gold?
23.
Yeah.
There you-
And on the back of the piece of parchment with the modified transactions, you see a crude map that depicts a cave helpfully labeled hideout, and next to a shape that might be a pond. From there, a winding path passes through a strange V-shaped chamber before ending at what appears to be a clearing with a tree stump labeled drop point.
Sneaky.
All right, so we'll split the gold here when we get back surface side, and we have a map to his hideout. Should we check the last hallway and see if there's anything down it?
There's a cave.
You want to go down the cave?
I want to put
Fido?
Fido down the cave first.
Fido?
And I investigate the cave opening just to make sure it's not rigged and trapped to like collapse.
Okay, can I have you make a secret perception check, please?
Oh, there's 2 barrels here too.
Barrels.
I want to look in the barrels while she's doing that.
Okay. Doesn't seem to be trapped. Looking through the barrels, you see a whetstone, a dagger, 15 feet of rope, a hammer, and 2 candles.
I heard rope.
Okay, it's whetstone, dagger, rope, a hammer, and 2 candles.
Anyone need a dagger? Hey, Upri, you need a new dagger?
Sure. I'll take it.
Maybe we can like make a leash for Fido with the rope.
Did
Oh,
you,
I don't need a leash.
Are you house trained?
Right.
we don't even know if they live in houses.
Ooh.
All
I
right.
mean, we do at house
Yeah.
train.
So Upri, you now have a second dagger.
Thank you.
Do you pick up your own poop, in the like, and put it in a bag and put it in the bin?
Well, no, we use toilets.
As they're doing that, can I start stealthing into the tunnel?
Okay.
You get rid of dice in your hand, because
Roll stealth for me. Secret, please.
is there a way to get rid of dice that are in your hand?
You
Yeah,
put it back where you took it from.
Oh,
Yeah.
I always had to drop it.
Oh. Oh, wait, does that work?
We're all gonna start picking up our dice.
Oh no, I actually was getting ready to do a secret perception, and then I doubled the dice.
Oh.
I'm like, oh god, how do I get rid of these?
Work.
Okay.
Okay, that does work nice.
So, yep. So Upri, you're making your way through the tunnel.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
She's going to die.
Nothing
do
seems
I
to
need-
happen.
Do I need to say like if I'm being very careful about checking for traps as I continue on, or?
I will say that you continue to be perceptive.
Yep. Whatever that secret roll was.
If it's really bad, we'll know
All
pretty
right.
soon.
The tunnel continues on for quite a while.
I'll follow after Upri, and I'll stealth as well since she's doing that.
Okay. Can I have you make me a secret stealth check, please? All right.
I'll pass it on, and then I'll go stealth mode too.
All right. Likewise.
Just keeps going. It's a very long tunnel.
Okay. Lysantha and Duna, what are you two doing?
Sense waiting for Duna to pass. Basically doing a
Well, I'm not gonna be able to stealth very well, but I will try.
Speaking of which, I forgot to put on to you.
I'm no longer encumbered. That's the nice thing,
Oh, yeah.
because I'm not carrying that damn box.
Mm.
Don't know
Alright.
how bad that was, but probably pretty bad.
Yeah, encumbered is not nice.
I was more talking about my stealth, but yeah.
Yeah. Oh. All right.
I'm in a breastplate, so my stealth is already worse.
Okay. So,
Sense will stealth as well.
okay. So you all continue to make your way down this tunnel. It takes you a few minutes, but you do eventually make your way to the other side. All right, so just
No, they're all disappearing one by one in front of Lysantha.
yeah,
It's a trap.
Hey,
making their way.
only the lizards
Thanos.
remain.
Wait, would that be
They all
copyright?
fell down a hole. That's what it is. Oh. I see what you did there.
Hey. Stealthy stealth.
Okay, this passageway opens up into a large natural chamber. the center of which is occupied by a pool of brackish water. Stalactites and stalagmites occupy much of the room, but a path between them leads around the pool and to another corridor on the opposite side of the cave. When you enter the room, a strange blue glow emanates up from the pool, sending a cascade of shimmering light to the ceiling above. Seconds later, the head of a giant blue snake rises from the pool, with sparks of electricity dancing between its fangs,
That's
while a
Sparkle bump.
metal rattle-tipped tail pokes out of the water behind it, audibly building up a charge with every flick of the rattle. And with that, everybody will be rolling initiative.
I don't like this.
I don't think we passed our stealth check.
It's fine.
I'm going
Unless there's some of us that did, and then we get our whole stealth initiative instead. But I don't think that's the case.
They're the same for me.
Okay.
They're not hidden, they're just normal rolls.
All right, so Tucker and Upri, you're the only ones that can't that have to use perception for your initiative.
So we're the only ones that failed?
That's hilarious.
Hold
Or
on.
we're the only ones that could actually see? Could be also that.
Yeah.
So I have to. Okay, that one.
Unfortunately, you failed as a group, but right now you're the only ones that can see.
Yeah.
All right.
So Duna will have to do it different.
On. So
So we use stealth initiative.
Because that's what you were
For the
doing.
rest.
you can still just use perception initiative if you wish.
Oh.
Yeah, we succeeded our stealth. It's just we can choose to go with stealth or perception.
Well, we failed as a group. Alrighty. It's under. Where is initiative? Main.
First page. It's next
There
to
it is.
AC.
Yeah. All right. What are you?
Yeah. What's all that about?
Why don't do that,
What happened?
please?
I was just trying to grab my token.
Yeah, you were moving it all over the map. Can you please not do that, as that does reveal things that you're probably shouldn't be able to see.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I was trying to drag the map so I can actually see where we're at.
Middle mouse click.
Is it middle mouse click?
Middle mouse.
Yes.
Okay.
So it looks like
Alright.
Duna,
So-
you're first.
Yep. It is Duna, your turn.
Okay, so supposedly they said snake and there's rattling up ahead. So my movement is 20, I believe.
25. Should be anyways.
25, yeah.
On you're wearing a breastplate.
10,
Let me just
15,
on.
20,
Yeah.
25.
Just hold on a moment. Alright, put your. Yeah, your movement is 25. Alright. Yep, that was your first action.
Yep. Alright.
Yeah, moving through somebody's square counts as difficult terrain. So
Okay, so I'm actually closer then.
yeah.
Seeing the snakes in the water, and I don't want to go in the water. We're gonna chuck that bottle of brackish, like foul-smelling stuff, at the snake.
Okay.
Let's see what it does.
Can I have you roll to hit? This would be dexterity. So
All right.
uh,
I need to target the snake first.
on. Damn.
Target snake. And then combat.
Right, on.
Let's just
You
hope it's
won't
not
be
bug skin.
trained in this, so this would be. All right.
So is it throw or is it shooting? Because throw is melee.
Yeah, this would be a throw.
Okay, so it is melee.
Yeah, so
Untrained.
Melee.
yeah, you won't be trained in this, so
All right.
yeah. Yeah, you throw it at the wall, and yeah, you just leave a you just leave a puddle of foul smelling stuff on the wall.
Okay. Does it look like it's doing anything on the wall?
Doesn't appear to do anything.
All right. I'm gonna take my second movement then, or my last action. Well, no, shields up. We're about to take
Okay.
a hateful.
All right. Upri, it is your turn.
Cool. I'm going to move 25 feet. So 10 to get through Taka. 15, 20, 25 gets me here. It's my first action. I'll target the thing. I'll use Hunt Prey as my second action to target it. And then I'll use my third action to do Hunted Shot. So I'll get the 2 strikes against it.
Okay. Roll to hit.
I just closed my character sheet. Everything. Okay.
Target the snake.
Let's see. Sorry.
And make sure you're targeting old Snaky.
I am indeed.
Nice.
All right, that is a hit.
Weak.
Yay!
And second attack.
What does deadly mean?
That applies for like critical hits.
Yeah, that applies for criticals.
Yeah, it's a big extra damage for criticals.
Basically, the weapon has its own inbuilt sneak attack.
I'm guessing the second one's a miss?
Uh,
Or it's not saying.
yeah, that was a miss.
Okay. That is my turn.
All right. Lyseth.
Yep. Then. Okay, so 20, 25.
Mm-hmm.
I assume I wouldn't be able to sit up against the wall here.
No, there's not enough space for that.
Guess I'll use my second movement to move here.
Okay.
And then I'll just toss a dagger in the air and cast telekinetic projectile on it.
Okay. So,
This time I'll remember to target the snake.
yep, target it and.
Cast.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on a second.
Okay.
Oh dang! This thing's got more than
17's a miss.
17 AC. This
What
could
the
be
hell?
bad.
I don't know why. Actually, you don't have enough actions for that. You use
Why not?
2
Oh, yeah.
actions to move.
Right. Yeah. I forgot the telekinetic projectile's 2 actions. Right. So ignore that then.
Yeah.
I'll cast shield.
Okay. You cast shield.
Maybe protection from
The multiple action cantrips messes me up.
Yeah. Tucker, it is your turn.
There we go. Every time it comes to me, it moves the map around.
And it does that for everyone.
Yeah,
Okay.
it centers on you when it's your turn.
5, 10, 15, and shoot. Shoot. Missed. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Yep. I don't even think
That's
he
it.
needs to use this D20. The snake's gonna wreck our happy little tails.
Fido, it is your turn.
Fido, there's a play toy in here for you.
Fuck it. I'll just identify it for you.
Bad.
Giant.
One action to get there.
Is it
And-
good or bad that we're all bunched up, I wonder?
That's
Let's see
why
on
I
its turn.
tried to move away from everybody.
I thought everyone was gonna move away.
Well, Fido's gonna take out his short bow and try to hit it with his second action.
Alright, that is a hit. Roll
So we
damage
need
for
at
me.
least a 20. More than a 15.
And protection from
Ooh.
lightning.
Fine. And I'll use my third action to try to hit it again.
Alright. Roll a hit, please.
Yeah. Oh dear. Critical miss. And that's my turn.
Okay.
Why didn't it add your back end to hit
Hmm?
for the second hit? It only shows a D20 plus 4.
Because multi-attack penalty.
Yeah.
-5
yeah,
to hit.
you'll have that.
Yeah.
Also, I'm
I
sure
know
it's
that's
fine.
right.
I mean, this guy's just smiling. He looks happy.
Alright. It's now his turn.
Zap.
Let's see how badly my shield gets chewed up.
He will just move here. And
Along.
his metal rattle seems to just rattle furiously. And then suddenly a bolt of electricity comes from it. Can I have Duna and Upri make me reflex saves, please?
Yay, it's a line.
Yep. Oof.
Okay. Upri, that is a fail. Duna, you succeed.
Does that mean I take half?
Yes, that means you take half.
Good, because
Duna's
half
in my
of it goes to
line
my
and I can't
shield.
see. So I'm just like, what's going on? And then it's like he dives out of the way. I'm like, oh shit.
Okay.
Yeah, 'cause half of it goes to my shield, half of it goes to me. So
Hey, what's that noise? Oh no.
Okay. So, Upri,
Yeah.
you take 13 points of
Ooh.
electricity damage.
So it took a little
That
long
would-
time for the sound.
I would end either Lysenth or Taka immediately.
All right. And, yeah, that will remain
I'm in the
down.
red. This is the first time. I don't like it.
mine's slightly different because it's halved and halved.
The stock market's
So
crashed.
I take 3 and then my shield takes 3.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So let me.
So my
just-
shield is now at 15 health out of 20.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And that is its turn.
Oh, thank God! I can only do that once around.
Next
Just wait
round,
for the
Duna, it is your turn.
All right, Mr. Snake. I didn't like that. First off, shields up. Second off, I'm moving over here and I'm shanking you.
All right, roll to hit.
I wonder if its blood is electric too.
Oh.
That
Not
is
a
a
critical
hit.
hit though,
Oh.
which means that's below 10 or under 10 above its AC.
All right. It hisses at you when you do that.
Yep. And I
just
think the
annoyed it.
5 foot movement is my last action, right? To get there. That does eat a full action, right?
5 foot of movement does use a full action.
Okay. That's it.
And yeah,
So I shields up, I took a 5 foot step, and then I shanked it.
All right. Upri, it is your turn. That hurt.
It's like, ow!
Yeah, all of the fur on you is quite frizzy.
Just like,
you look so funny. Do it again. Do it again.
Just a smoking patch where the lightning actually hit.
Do it again.
I am going to.
Do it again.
No, I'm gonna say fuck that shit. 5,
No, don't come near me.
15, 20,
Okay.
25. And
But
then
we know this
where
much.
were you
its
initially?
AC is at least 19.
Huh?
We know its AC
Yeah.
is at least 19.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool story.
Ubri was diagonally left 1 square
Yeah,
above.
don't worry, I got it. Yeah.
Oh, did I mess something up? Sorry.
No, you're good.
Oh, okay.
Just want to remind everybody that the second diagonal counts as 10 feet.
Oh,
Every
okay, so
second
5,
diagonal.
10, 25. So I should be here.
Oh, so doing this counts as 10 feet?
No,
That's the
if
first.
yeah, that's your first
Oh.
diagonal. Each
5,
time you move.
10, 15, 20,
Oh, okay.
25. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, cool. My idea was to run forward to the other tunnel. I'll stop here and I'll attack it.
I'm right behind you if you run for it.
I don't know what's in the tunnel though, so I'm like, let's just kill the thing in front of us. Okay. So I should be able to get 3 shots into it this time because I'm still already marking it. So hunted, shot, and flurry, and all that jazz.
All right.
Oh, yeah. So movement was 1 action. Second action is to do the hunted shot, which is 2 attacks. That was a critical miss.
Okay. With that, you try to draw an arrow out of your quiver, but it seems to get stuck.
I'll just drop it because my hands are jittering. Like,
Yeah. I will say you have a -2 penalty on your next attack.
okay. How can I combine that, or we'll just manually do it?
Just have a look at the bottom left, the modifier. Just scroll
-2?
on that. Yeah.
So if I make that -2 and then I pick up the dice from the thing, it should automatically.
Yes.
Okay. Oh god! Oh, look at me!
Like I said, the DM's not going to need to roll that
Okay.
D20 he's got.
Yeah.
Who's
With,
gonna murder
Arrows
us?
not.
with 2 natural ones, you once again try to pull the arrow loose, and then you notice all of your arrows fall out of the quiver onto the ground.
I caught on
Can I use my third action to just grovel on the floor just over my arrows? Like, why is this happening to me?
Yeah.
You find honey in the bottom of them.
You got struck by lightning and you're in a panic.
I would like to drop down to the ground over my precious arrows and just be like, this
Overpower
place is
and beg.
cursed!
Okay, you drop prone.
There may also be honey in the bottom of your quiver.
Oh god. That's my turn.
Okay.
Apri
One
gives
way
up
to
on life.
demoralize someone.
Yeah.
Your party.
Hold on a moment. And there you are. All right. Lysanth, it is your turn.
Run
Someone's
away.
going to look a bit concerned for Upri, and then cast telekinetic projectile. Just
Okay.
flinging a dagger. Right
Roll
at
to
the
hit, please.
Yep. Great.
That is a hit.
Yay.
Roll damage, please.
If only you were in range of Upri, you could have been throwing the arrows.
All right.
Mm.
Nice. You have one action left. What would you like to do?
You know what? I'll cast Mage Armor.
On.
Or not add Giant Lightning Serpent.
Mage armor, that is another 2 actions.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting that. I'll cast Shield again.
Okay.
Then take mage armor off the magic snake.
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
Luckily, it didn't do the effect, I don't think.
Yeah. Didn't.
I hope
Tucker,
not.
it is your
I need to
turn.
fix that. It should only.
Now I want to zap Apri. Really want to zap Apri. I'll still targeting. Let's target the lightning circuit first.
That is a miss.
Hide behind. Oh, take cover behind the boulders that I'm around.
Okay. Now you take cover.
Yep, that's it.
All right. I will say that. Yeah, that's enough to get you lesser cover.
Yay!
All right. It is Fido's turn.
I will.
At this point, I might as well just remove Tiddles from initiative.
But Tiddles can save the day. Don't come near me.
I saw the lineup of what she was moving to.
I will move there, I guess, and blow an arrow again. So, action is that. That's
That
a
is a
miss.
miss.
And third action will be trying to do that again. Pretty sure that's gonna miss. Yep.
Will someone please hit the snake other than me?
Right!
I sensed it.
I'm gonna have to buy another shield at this rate.
Okay. It is now its turn.
Yep.
All right. It coils up and once again you see its rattle just shake furiously and build up electricity. Fido, can I have you make me a reflex save?
Sure. Like save. No.
Oh shoot.
No.
Okay. That's
bad.
Oh,
all right. You take 12 points of
no!
I'm down. I'm down.
electricity
I'm on
damage.
11.
Because we only had 11, yeah.
Well,
Why is it always the shooting?
So yeah, you just watch as Fido just gets hit by a bolt of lightning and then just falls to the ground.
We
That
get
is
dog for dinner.
Dog down.
its
Dog
turn.
down.
Duna, your
now I have to
turn.
rename myself to
First up,
Charity.
shields up, because I'm not taking that full hateful.
Hold on.
And I missed with my first attack. So
Okay.
I'm going to try to shank it with the second attack.
Okay, roll a hit, please.
Yep, I just gotta go grab that die now. Nope.
And that is a miss. Oh, boy. What fun.
Yeah, well.
Upri, it is your turn. You are prone and you have no arrows in your quiver.
Will it be an action to recover my arrows and put them back in?
I will say, considering that this is all of your arrows, this would be 2 actions.
That's fine. I'll do that because I want my arrows.
Okay.
And is there a penalty firing from a prone position?
I believe there is.
It's like the sniper stands. But
It
with a
should
bow.
be an advantage for firing prone. Actually, with the bow, it's
not
pretty
with the
weird.
Not
bow.
with a bow.
With the crossbow.
With the bow, it's actually pretty hard. It's kind of
Yeah.
weird because you have to go sideways.
I would imagine that there would be a massive penalty. It's a long bow as well, by the way.
Yeah.
Wait, it's on the ground. You
Bracing your
hoping it
elbow.
flicks up.
Wait a minute. You've been using a longbow the entire time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oops.
Yeah.
You're short.
Not a short, so yeah. Longbows have the volley property, which means if you attack a creature within 30 feet, you take a -2 penalty on your attack roll.
Because every time I click on it, it doesn't tell me what it does. So I'm like, I don't know. Okay, so if I'm within 30 feet.
Yes.
Okay.
It's an interesting
and-
way of distinguishing the 2 bows.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I will say, due to being prone, you would have a -4 penalty on top of that. So
That's all right. I'm probably not going to attack this round. How much of is it half my movement to get up?
it is 1 action to get up.
1 action?
So that would be all 3 of your actions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it a... Oh, no, because it's like a...
Did you seriously rename yourself?
Yeah.
Charity.
I'll use my action to get up.
Okay, that is your turn. You are no longer prone.
It's his
That's
middle
not bad.
name.
Okay, Taka,
Sorry.
what are you doing?
Who?
I'm not doing this.
Charity tries to throw Ray of Frost again.
Okay, roll a hit, please. You hit.
Yes! It's the name
Oh,
change.
thank
Roll
God.
damage.
I thought we were going to go around without anyone doing any damage to this thing.
Okay, yeah, you hit it. It doesn't seem to like the cold.
Good. That's I duck back behind where I was.
Okay.
That's it. And I'll say, you can now call me Charity. That's my name.
Lysant, it is your turn.
Yep. I'll just... Should...
Oh, and the dog's dying.
I will take a step here and cast Grim Tendrils.
Okay.
It fails, so it takes the damage.
And
I
with
did it.
that, the serpent just collapses back into the water.
Just shank it and drag it onto the shore. Drag it back up here. It's not
Alright.
going back in that water.
So that would be your turn. Fido, let's see.
Fido is dying.
Okay.
This is just
Can I have you make me a just a flat D20 check for recovery?
Yeah.
Okay.
not bad.
Okay, you are now stabilized. You're still unconscious.
Cool. Cool.
I start going through items that I want.
Okay, everybody, you notice Tucker just looting an unconscious Fido.
I just go, I'm still breathing.
Taka,
So Charity isn't
I'm
a
not
person.
Taka, my name's Charity.
Charity,
Thank you.
kindly put that stuff back and heal the damn dog.
I can't.
How much does this
Heal
snake
me
weigh?
too.
I can't.
Are you all out of spells?
Someone pushed me down a well.
You're such a weak goblin that you can't heal a dog.
Why would I want to? If the dog dies, Charity gets all their items. And my name's Charity.
If the dog dies, Charity is going to be murdered.
So while they're all over there bickering and I'm dragging the snake out, I'm just going to
Hold on a
wag its
moment.
tail
And
to make
there.
that
The
percussion.
rattle.
The electric
Um,
rattle. Electric maraca.
Like all of a sudden y'all just hear.
Yeah, you step into the pool a bit. It's still a bit tingly, but yeah, you just hear as Duna it grabs a knife and just starts carving off the tail.
Duna, can I get your medical kit?
Good goblin.
Is blood still pouring out of her, or is she just unconscious?
Fido is stabilized.
Okay. I'm going to
There's
go
a-
back to cutting my tail. I'm just harvesting this creature's tail, throwing the rest of it onto the shore, putting the tail in my bag. And once I'm done doing that, then I'll go put the smelling salts next to Fido's nose.
You do not have any smelling salts.
Not in the basic medical kit?
No.
I've got that orange liquid. Would that help?
Hey,
We can put that
here.
underneath the nose.
I just take a rock and scrub it on that foul-smelling odor thing. Toss you the rock.
Ew.
Okay. Since this isn't an alchemical item, you can just make me a craft check to identify. It's going to be a secret one, though.
It's sludge of sludgery.
Who's doing the roll?
I don't know.
Yes, Duna.
Duna, who did you toss it to?
I tossed the rock towards Taka so he can revive Fido.
With
I think the
the...
plan is take the stinky stuff and put it under Fido's nose.
Okay. I don't know how that works, but there's a craft skill. Is that what you're asking for?
Yep. Actually, looking at this substance, you immediately recognize what it is. It is a foul alchemical reagent called corpse blood. Often used as an ingredient for alchemical items relating to disease, poison, or their antidotes.
So won't turn the corpse into a zombie.
No,
Oh well.
it's just a alchemical, just an ingredient that is very effective at dealing with poisons and diseases.
Oh well, don't care. Try to patch the. If I'm not being given the medical kit, then I'll try to patch up the dog as it is.
Okay.
Get the smelling
For
salts.
treat wounds, you do need to have a healer's tools,
Oh,
unfortunately.
could he use the foul odor of the rock to wake her up at least?
No.
There's nothing
Like
medical
smelling
on
salts
this.
would?
I mean, Fido's at 0 HP. We need something to restore HP.
It's not about waking up. It's about healing.
Yeah.
I mean, I can put all the bits back into the body. They may be in the right order too, but without actually a kit to sew it back on, then yeah, nothing.
I'm just gonna like sit on the ground next to the unconscious Fido and just be like, just freaking heal us already. Who's got the healer's kit? Jesus, it hurts.
The scaly one.
Wait,
uh,
get the healer's kit over
Private
here.
Or public roll.
This would be public, though. Hold on. Nope. You're good. All right, so okay, so who did you attempt that on?
The one that's still conscious.
Me, I think.
The one that's
Oh.
still conscious?
Still conscious. So,
Okay, so yeah, you try to treat Apri, but yeah, whatever you did, yeah, you wrap up Apri, but you don't Apri, you don't get any benefit from that.
There.
I don't think
That
you did
should
that
give you
right.
extra padding versus electricity.
Mm,
Here's the medicine for, I guess, the
Yeah,
dog.
yeah.
Well,
Okay.
so much for that.
Yeah, I'll just let you know. It's not a secret. If you have a look at the skills section of the treat wounds action, it's the DC is just 15.
just.
Ah,
Yeah.
Yes, we
Yeah.
went through this
I have to get
previously.
at least a 10 on the die roll.
you have a 50-50.
Yeah,
of
I
succeeding.
failed.
Yeah, and regardless if you succeed or not, the target is temporarily immune to the treat wounds
Condition for
activity.
24 hours.
Treat wounds activity for 1 hour.
Oh, it's only one? Nice. It used to be 24. So, yeah,
I think you're better
they're not
than
waking
this.
up anytime soon.
Bag's not carrying.
We're too short.
He's
Yeah,
just going
that's
to
right. Sure.
pick up Fido just over his shoulder.
What a lovely
I
set.
mean,
Just
gotta
flexing.
take the dog out. This is the second time my Cynthia's had literally had to carry Fido out of combat.
It's fine. Fido's fine.
Anyone want the head of the snake?
Mm,
How
No.
big are the fangs?
probably not.
I don't know. How big is a snake?
Oh, fangs maybe. Good trophy.
I just
that.
lopped off the head with Fido's sword,
Okay.
Game Reaper, how big are the fangs of the snake?
and I just tossed them the head. They can fight over it.
Yeah. They're not quite the size of daggers. They're probably about the size of your index finger.
That's not interesting.
Good for a necklace though. I think necklace would be work well.
So I have a lightning serpent tail rattler.
But either way, are we going forward or are we going back?
Forward.
Is there more into this room? I don't know.
We're going forward
Yeah,
into
there's-
unknown. You can take the lead because I hurt.
No,
Yeah.
no, it doesn't work like that.
It does.
No,
I'm not saying that you don't have to, but someone else will.
Lysanth.
He's carrying
I
like
can't see.
True.
I have a free hand, and I can light a torch.
and people will know you're coming.
Not very good at sneaking that way. Or we can camp out here and probably not get healed much.
Do we know what time of day is it?
It would be midday.
Just midday.
Oh.
Did anyone
Which
buy
way
any
does this
healing
cave go?
potions?
I don't know if this town has any.
I don't
It
think
took
any of us
everything
had
we
enough
had to
money
get a
for
medical
that.
kit.
Yeah.
That's right.
If we were able to get the dog up, at least the dog could have done some healing.
Mm.
Because lay on hands.
We can camp for an
Fido
hour.
slap himself.
And-
Yeah.
He's laying
I-
hands on himself.
I think we can take those papers and go up the way we came in instead of going into the unknown, dangerous, killy area, and just take these to the sheriff before we die
he-
and lose them.
I like
But
that.
he could literally be just right around the corner.
We only needed to find proof.
And he could figuratively be right around the corner.
Yeah, but
I don't know the difference between the two. I just hear there's the same thing or two. Yeah.
like the sheriff
We
wanted
have
proof. We
evidence.
have papers apparently that could be the proof. I didn't read them, but you know,
You better not have
I
read
think
them.
we should take those papers to a safe place before we destroy them accidentally or cover it with our blood.
Or other people's blood.
Yeah, or other people's blood.
Anyway, I'll just let you know it will take about an hour for Fido to regain consciousness.
Yeah. I guess we'll go back. They've got the snake head and I've got the snake tail.
How about we collapse this whole place?
But then we can't
And
come
I'm
back and loot it.
unconscious.
But then they can't come out. Smarts.
Unless the tunnel lets you
Collapse
another
it
way
with
out.
what?
I don't know.
Let's just go. Let's just go to the sheriff and see if this is enough.
Okay. So when we get back to that big room with all the boxes and everything,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna close the door leading to this area
Okay.
and just pile up boxes and barrels.
All right.
And basically making it to where they can't get out if they're down here.
And I'll
Alright.
put that little the orange vial at the top. So if he tries to push his way out of it, the vial drops.
Okay.
Onto-
Anyway, so who's carrying Fido?
that'd be licensed.
Okay. So, Tucker, for your improvised trap, can I have you just make me a craft check?
Secret.
Hold on. No.
Yes, I'm a golden god.
You didn't crit fail, but you aren't able to get it up on the door in a way that will cause it to fall.
Oh, well, I'll take it back then.
Yeah.
Don't want to give the enemy weapons like they gave it to us. Let's go.
All right. would you say that this is a good point for a break?
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Pretty much right on.
Yeah.
So we'll be back shortly. Thank you for everyone for being in here. And we'll do a bit more, something a bit different with the Syrinscape audio on the break. But again, thanks for everyone coming in. We'll be back shortly. So bye for now.
See ya.
Hello, welcome back, everybody. Sorry for taking a little bit long. And just a moment, I just want to test something. Nope, that's not working. Apparently, Syrinscape's not working on me. I've just changed some settings and it's not working to work. But that's okay. We're back. How's everybody?
We're good.
Yeah.
I'm good, at least.
I just realized I turned
Pretty good.
Syrinscape down. That's why it's not working. And the players also just told me that they haven't been hearing anything.
I heard that.
Yep.
I heard that.
Now it's working.
That's the sound Fido made when the serpent said, "Die."
So
No, it was more of a yell.
so Syrinscape is working. It was just my routing. That's all it's been. So it's a great program. Check it out. It's amazing. It was my routing of the audio. That's all. But we are back. Yay! And we've got experience and we've solved the mystery. So you can all go home. No? Quiet.
The culprit still needs to be brought in for justice.
So we can eat
And
the
he's
culprit.
still got valuables that you can have.
Might be more almond
know.
fire down there.
You may not be charity, but you are an opportunist.
I guess I got to change my name back from not charity.
EAKK.
There we go.
Entaka.
Intaka.
There we go. So easy to change your name in this. I just had to, couldn't change the O values as well. So we're heading back to town. What's the plan?
So first
guess
off,
so.
we're gonna stop off at the marshal's office, I guess, or the sheriff's office. And then put Fido on a cot in the prison cell while they recover from the hour-long duration that it's gonna take before I can treat him again.
Are we able to get Fido up?
Eventually.
No. I mean up the tunnel, the well thing.
Oh yeah,
Well,
we have
you
2
climb
lizard
the
folk and rope.
Okay. I can
Yeah.
scurry up with the rope, and then
Yeah.
lower it. Yeah.
You can just tie Fido to your back as you climb up.
Oh, Fido backpack.
Fido in my backpack. Like I
I've
did with
seen
Fennec.
backpacks like that.
Yeah.
Instead of putting a small child in your back, you got a small dog on your back.
You could also do the same for purse, I believe.
Yep. I've seen those
People
where just
don't
the
put-
head pops out.
Don't put dogs in purses. It's not good.
Fido isn't a purse dog.
No. It just doesn't. No. It's wrong. Dogs are not accessories.
What would you call a small monk dog?
A small what?
Small dog that is a monk.
No idea.
Chihuahua.
No, I've missed something there. Anyway,
Chihuahua key.
back in town.
Yeah. You make your way to the sheriff's office and, sheriff's house, and I'm guessing you just knock on his door again.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll knock on his door.
He opens up the door and sees you all and says, did you find any more information?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Plus, he's been keeping very nasty things down there in his lair.
Upri is gonna do the thing with the jazz hands towards Duna, who has the papers, going, papers.
Yes, I've got receipts and transaction data as well as a map to his hideout.
It's got words in there. They've been writing.
And then he was keeping, and I point to the blue serpent head that is currently like on Lysintha's like side pack.
Hmm.
He's been keeping those and other monsters down there as well.
And he's been writing.
Speaking
Writing
of the
things down.
evil electric snake,
Son just reaches into his backpack and pulls out Fido by the head again.
Okay. Yeah, he starts looking through the papers. Okay, you can rest your unconscious friend on the...
Have you got an oven?
No. Yeah, there's a cot down in the basement. I'll have to look through these.
Okay. Wouldn't the smoke like block up the basement, or do you have a chimney down there?
I asked the sheriff, do you know anyone in town that would happen to sell like repair kits or shield bosses?
As always, we typically just get our goods from the caravans that pass through.
Okay, so I'll have to check with them. All right.
Yeah, the inn is our only real business.
Understood. But yeah, it shows on there that he was receiving. There was a transactional like exchange between the two of them, and he was skimming from the coffers.
Yeah.
And so I'm guessing to keep his business partner from finding out, he silenced him.
Well, these receipts say that bought delivered to Howard several times in the past, looks like decade. Several deliveries that labeled reagents.
Maybe
Is that a word that's used
We
for making
found
potions
some-
and stuff?
or bombs.
Yeah, we found a chemical down there. We had to throw it at the snake to keep it at bay. It was full of something that is used for plague making.
I'm no.
It has a foul smell. Here, you can smell this rock.
I'm good, thanks. I'm not good with this mixing of ingredients stuff.
Yeah, based off of our knowledge, it has a lot to do with like poisons and plagues.
I see.
So there's that as well. I'm not saying our boss wasn't guilty of anything either. The two of them may have been working in cahoots. But murder's still murder.
Only if it's in a town.
Yeah. Looking at this last receipt here, it seems the last delivery was the day that the caravan arrived in town, and the day that Bort died.
Oh, it all lines up.
That's
I
why
know.
you shouldn't write things down.
And the goblin did say that his boss, your townsman, told him to take that reagent and spike his food. So we have verbal testimony of his subordinate.
I wasn't
questionable.
I wasn't aware that Finnick was a subordinate of Hallett.
Oh. As per Fenix's word, if we are trusting it, he was coerced into poisoning Halid under false assumption that it would only be a harmless prank.
Like Mal, totally being suppressed and like, beaten on by the guy. He's just like, yeah, this is like total discrimination and stuff. Shouldn't happen.
Yeah, stuff.
Being used.
Yes, because
Free the goblin.
because if he was a subordinate of Halid, that would result in a much harsher punishment. Unfortunately.
Fennec is doing this against his will.
Yeah.
So,
this is very substantial evidence to paint Halid as the primary suspect.
And we have a map to his hideout, and we
Right,
did lock
Yep,
up his cave that he was currently hiding out in as well in town.
You what?
So that abandoned shack you had us go check out.
it's got tunnels.
Underneath it is where we found his pets that he was keeping down there.
Excuse me for a moment.
He's got tunnels and he's got other stuff, and it's like really, really spooky down there.
He's not at the keyboard.
I know, but we can still keep going because this is a live show.
I know.
I'm passed out.
Yeah, Fido's passed out.
So I can't say anything.
I still think we should put Fido in the oven.
I disagree.
Yeah, just had to turn off an alarm my sister left on.
Okay.
No worries. But yeah, basically underneath that rubble, there was a hatch that led down to what looked like a in-town like hideout, because he's got two. One outside of town by this pond with a tree stump and whatnot.
I thought that was the drop location.
For a drop point. And then one here in town in that broken building that was heavily trapped. And he had pets down there, and it went on further in. We just couldn't go any further because that one got literally tased to where all their fur is up, and that one is now unconscious.
Yeah. Looking at this map, I don't recognize either of those landmarks. So, unless we find,
is there someone in town smarter than you? Maybe they could. Maybe they knew.
Well, we might be able to ask the prisoner if he's aware of these, because he's a outdoorsy kind of goblin.
And goblin's smart.
Yeah, it's worth asking. But we can definitely go further in that cave once our party is rested and healed up, and we get a few supplies. But and see if it leads us further towards his hideout. Because
question. Like, one of the landmarks mentioned was a pond, right?
Yeah.
Like, I assumed that where that snake was the pond. Or is that not?
You don't know.
So the map of the hideout itself didn't seem to match the layout of where we just were.
It's not a map of a hideout. It's just a crude map that has a drawing of a pond labeled next to it, labeled hideout, and eventually it goes through there. Then it draws a path to a tree stump, and it just says drop point.
So, for all we know, that path in that tunnel could lead to the drop point.
From the looks of the map, it appears that the path crosses through a forest.
Yeah.
And there was a forest above near the abandoned shack that was at the edge of town, wasn't it?
Yes.
So, for all we know, his hideout was the network we were doing. It's worth the continuation, exploration. We might find him further down there, but we're gonna need to get a few supplies and then start heading back that way. I'm gonna go check with the caravan. Anyone need anything while I'm there?
Do they sell potions that
Dragon.
heal people? That heal people better than medicine kits held by lizard men do?
Yeah, I'll see if they have any for sale.
If they have a
If
dragon,
they
I
do,
wouldn't
I'll
mind
send you
that.
back out.
I will say that by this point, Fido, you wake up. And
Fido, do you want me to try healing you now that you've woken up?
I mean, I could use my. That hurt, but I could try using my spell thing.
yeah, the last thing you remember was getting shot by lightning, and suddenly you're in a cot in a basement next to Finnick.
But I guess it probably wouldn't hurt to try. I don't know. I don't want to be a bother.
That's no bother. What's the worst that'll happen?
You'll
I
kill
snap your
Fido,
femur?
but
And I changed my name again.
Alright, here's the medicine on Fido. Hey! I hope that succeeds.
Okay.
And then I'll do one on Upri as well.
Okay. Yep, that is a success. Sorry.
13, which I don't think is a success.
DC is 50.
Okay. Can I have you roll 2d8 for Fido? So, Duna, you roll that.
14?
Yep. Okay. So, Fido, you heal 14 hit points, and you are no longer
Oh.
wounded.
Wow,
Cool.
mundane healing's good.
really,
How many? Do we know how many
So,
times a
let me
healing kit can
just,
be used?
The healing kit on.
Once. Only once. That's
Singular
the payback.
band
Like
aid.
other editions, it's probably like 10.
Yeah, I will. Yeah, I will say that would be the last of your uses with it.
Okay.
And how much
Damn.
did a kit cost?
A healer's kit.
Healer's
Healer's
tools
tools. That's 5
50
gold
silver.
pieces, but to refill it, that will cost you half as much again.
So 250?
Yeah.
I mean, I can put money towards that.
Yeah.
Alright. If you want to
You get a
chip in, just let me know how
expanded
much.
healer's tools, which is
I can give you the 50
50
silver.
gold.
Okay. So Chibi or Upri's giving the 50 silver, Fido's giving a gold, I'll give a gold.
All right. So take that off your character sheet, and yeah, you've restocked your healer's tools.
Alright.
And if we're still down by 14.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna just
Are we planning to do anything more dangerous today?
I don't know.
Well, we
Depends on
need to
if they
go
let me-
secure that facility.
Yes.
Even if it means just going down there to that room where the boxes were, just to make sure he hasn't escaped.
Anyway, Fido, you still have one focus point left if you ever need to use lay on hands.
Lie on hands on giant. Like,
It rises from
Fido,
the grave.
Fido lays on hands on the skull. The
You're
head
still
is
targeting it.
a tiny little.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just removed it. Okay.
yeah.
So,
But yeah, lay on hands on Upri.
okay.
Don't revive the snake.
Yep. So
Oh.
Yeah,
I think
just
she
there
missed
we
it.
go.
press the magnifying
Yeah,
glass
magnifying
on.
glass.
Yep, target Upri though. Let me do that for you. Hold on.
Oops. I keep accidentally going over there. I'm
Just
sorry.
imagine you just slapping Upri in the face, going, "Why is it all working?"
Okay. You see the magnifying glass?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you click on that, you should see 3 columns. Press the heal symbol.
Ooh,
Right.
I'm just thinking
no
that
longer red.
you're just slapping like band-aids on the face.
Or it's just a constant affirmation of good boy, constant pats on the head.
And the hair
Anyway, it
follows up.
doesn't
It makes me
matter.
feel
but-
better.
Yeah. Anyway, it definitely doesn't matter, but because you're one of Fido's allies, you gain +2 bonus to your AC for 1 round.
It's gonna do me well in here. I feel strong.
Suddenly, Herod.
Yeah.
Each of the 1 HP that was restored to me was accompanied by a pat on the head, like, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay.
Anyway,
You're a good
Fido,
boy.
if you wish, you can spend 20 minutes in prayer and you can recover both your focus points.
Yes, please.
All right.
Well, if they're going to spend 20 minutes, that means we have 2 more chances of attempting to fix my shield.
Yeah, I can and use that time to do that.
Yeah.
All right, I'll do another craft roll.
Yep.
Oh, look at us, we're using time efficiently.
I know, right?
Shocking.
16 total.
All right. That is enough. So, you are trained in crafting. So your shield recovers 10 hit points.
All right, it's back up to full.
I put a smiley face in there as well.
Thank you.
Yep. Also, while you're at it, you attach the shield boss.
Oh, cool.
Thank you.
You put a
You
dead
wanted that
rodent
attached, right? Because I
underneath.
totally did it. It's not coming off anytime soon. It's there now.
That's perfectly fine. That's where it's supposed to be.
But did you put a
Gives
dead
it more
rodent
now.
underneath it?
Lift up the shield and it falls off.
What were you saying, Karsh?
Put a dead rodent in underneath it.
Oh, God. As it just rots and decays underneath it. Ew.
Or fish.
Oh,
Reminds me of these like weird clips I see keep popping up on the internet. Like a lobster being sealed inside of a table leg. A living lobster.
oh.
Your YouTube habits are very different to my own.
It's not my YouTube habits. I've seen it on Discord.
It's an algorithm. It sees what you watch and finds more things that you watch.
No, I've
That's
seen people
weird.
post it on Discord.
All right. So, while you're
Disturbing images aside.
yeah, while everybody is up in town, what is everybody else doing?
Nothing really.
I think Tiddles is still at the house, isn't it? Sitting on that door. Or did you bring him with us?
I would bring with.
Tills would have followed you.
Yep, doing nothing.
Yeah, he was very happy when you climbed back up out of the hole. He
I
was
hope so.
patiently waiting.
Oh.
Next time I'm throwing him down.
Well, next time we can throw him some dog meat.
I wouldn't mind that. Bring back some dog meat.
We have an oven. We have an oven.
But that's for hiding.
That wouldn't be doing much either.
I think
Maybe
we can cook
terrorizing
some of
the
that dog
locals.
meat down there while we're down there.
So, how long are we spending in town and when are we going back?
I think it probably like a half hour. But yeah, once I guess Fido gets her focus back or whatever it is,
Focus points.
we can head back out.
Okay, let's
Alright.
go.
Yep, you finish your prayer, you feel reinvigorated and just ready to take on anything. And you head on down and eventually reach the same point. So you, Tucker, you said you wanted to get Tiddles down with
I
you.
was kidding. No,
Oh,
it's not happening.
okay, so Tiddles is just going to remain up there again.
Just not happening. I mean, it'd be nice, but I don't think it'd fit.
Okay. So, for ease, we'll just say you make it back to the same point.
Question: was the barricade still intact when we got back down there?
Yes.
Okay. So if he was down here, he would have had to go out the drop hole, which is fine.
Drop hole?
Wherever the drop point is at the stump.
Oh, I thought you meant the toilet.
Oh, God only knows where that ends up.
Weird goblin term.
And we're not
poo
gonna find
demons.
out.
I move all the barrels, and yeah, we'll basically go back to where we were,
Which
where
is
that
where we
water
are.
snake was.
So, Apri, you going first?
Sure, I'll try and stealth forward.
All right.
Where?
Can I have you roll that secret stealth check, please?
I guess we're all going to be stealthing, aren't we?
Yeah, probably.
I know I am. So
Mm,
I'm going to roll my own secret stealth.
and I as well.
Senth will go sneaky, or try to.
Well, lots of dice being
I think
rolled.
we're going in basically the same formation we went last time.
Okay. So, what's the
Lizards in the
marching order?
back. So the lizards are in the back because we can't see. The goblins are up front. And Fido, I believe, is between Taka and Upri.
All right.
That way I can stab Tuck. No, sorry.
How do I get rid of that line?
Clear target.
Oh. Oh, yeah, because you were targeted.
Oh, that's right. You were poisoned.
Target
The way
everybody.
you said that.
Please.
Yeah.
We do have the anti-venom stuff, don't we?
That's anti-plague.
Anti-plague. Bugger.
And that's on the wall.
No, we actually have a.
Yeah. Speaking of which, can I have you make me another fortitude save?
Oh,
Oh,
Fido?
dear. Oh, dear. Oh, dear.
Okay.
Oh,
and
God.
that's-
Here comes the
That
point.
is a crit fail.
Of course it is.
So, yeah. You are now trained 2.
Cool.
And
Yeah, sadly, I don't think the healer's kit removes that.
You
So
can use
Yep.
the healer's tools to treat poison.
You can
is
use
that
it to
another
treat poison.
use?
yeah, you can treat poison.
Okay, and it's not on the same cooldown.
No.
All right, I will now noticing that she is still suffering.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway,
what's wrong with
yeah, hold on. You're
How much-
Oh,
2,
no, I
and
don't like.
Oh God.
That was a
okay.
lot
Just
of
got
dice.
Fido back up.
Yeah.
Oh, lordy.
All right.
I saw
so-
3 dice.
Yeah, we don't know the results, but we see 3 dice rolled.
14 damage.
Yeah. So, as
I'm not
you're
1 HP.
yeah, or walking down the tunnels, yeah, still feeling a bit woozy. Eventually, that you just cough and you cough up blood.
Oh dear.
I
I'm gonna
don't
treat
feel
her
good.
poison or attempt to.
I
so is
think
that
Fido's having an allergic reaction to being a hero.
Okay, so let's see if we can cure that.
I
Is that
completely
a
forgot
private
you were
roll,
poisoned.
or is that a?
I kind of forgot
this
about that
is-
too.
Yeah, I'll let you know whenever it's a secret roll. So
Okay.
yeah, this isn't.
Nope.
Oof.
Sorry, Fido.
Okay,
You're gonna be dealing with that poison for a while.
Oh,
Okay,
gosh.
that is a crit fail. Fido, you take a -2 penalty to your next save against the poison.
Of course. Am I just gonna have to like keep healing myself and then and like taking like a
20
while to
minutes?
like just just taking 20 minutes and just keep like praying like please I want to live.
I think that's what's gonna have to happen. So
Yeah.
So
Does Fido
you're
have a way to fight from range?
so by this point you would have reached the pool. So you're just going to lay on hands yourself twice and then just pray for 20 minutes.
20 minutes.
Yeah, just please. What have I done wrong? I thought I was a good boy.
Jesus.
They get a little bit back.
Yeah.
I'm doing pretty good.
Does
Everything's fine.
Does Fido have ranged weaponry on himself?
He used a
Yes.
short bow before.
Yeah, I do have a short bow.
After Fido's done praying, Lyseth is going to pick Fido up on the shoulders.
Use your bow from now on.
Turret shooty!
Yeah, so having the drained condition is nasty.
Yeah.
Do we know how to get rid of the drained condition, or is that just part of being
Say,
poisoned?
Didn't magical
It's
healing
a
help?
part of poisoned. You can
Mhm.
get rid of it, but as long as you're still poisoned, you will just pretty much immediately get back.
Or that when Lyseth had drained magical healing fixed him, but
Yes, but
That was a different source
Yeah.
of drained. Yeah.
who has magical healing?
I shoot things.
What is the timer on the? I'm guessing it's every. Like they have to make a save before I can do it again. I know that much. But is there another timer on top of that for cleansing poison?
For the poison, it's basically resets the next save against the poison.
Okay. So you gotta survive another poison round. I'm sorry.
I don't think it's
I'll
happening.
try. I'll try.
Don't think it's happening. Anyway, so Apri, you first.
Yes.
Looks like I'm gonna have to go second now. Wimps.
Okay.
So we're using those other stealth rolls, right? Because this is kind of what happened on
Yeah.
the way here.
Yeah. So you travel down this tunnel for about 10 minutes. You're just traveling in the dark. Eventually, you see a light at the end of the tunnel,
Don't go towards the light. Don't go towards the light.
where you travel for another 5 minutes before eventually the tunnel opens into a cave. And you can see a forest beyond the cave's mouth. The roots of a large tree block at the middle of this entrance, as if a tree has had grown into a hillside that has since eroded away. Beyond the tree is a large pond. A path around the water begins to one side beneath a curtain of moss hanging from the tree. The cave itself is piled high with 2 rows of neatly stacked crates and boxes.
I know what we're doing first.
Looking through all the boxes.
Yeah,
Yep. We're looking for cure.
Full initiative, it's a mimic.
So I'm gonna start looking through boxes. I'm gonna pop them open with the crowbar
and hold
search 'em.
on.
Yeah, I was gonna say I want to do a perception check just to see if I notice anyone hiding in the forest.
And I want to duck behind some of those boxes.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. All right. Make your perception check then. This is a secret check. Okay. You see nothing off.
Can I duck behind the boxes and check out the location? As in, anyone hiding?
Okay, you can roll perception as well.
Hidden.
Yep. Okay. You see, as you're looking around, you do see Hallard standing there aiming his crossbow at you. Everybody, roll for initiative. Only Tucker knows that he's there.
So my initiative is perception. Because I was perceiving.
So everybody's rolling perception for initiative.
Oh my god.
He's good.
Hey, look at that, Lysa.
sorry.
You get to go before me.
I did
And
say
so
I
does
was
Fido.
stuck behind the boxes, so I'm gonna use that.
I rolled mine secretly because I heard perception, so I'm just always automatically stealth rolling.
Okay.
Let's change the audio because we're in battle.
Yeah, I swear, every time it's a perception, it is literally going to be stealth rolled.
Yeah.
Same with stealth. Those are the 2 big ones.
Okay.
Everything else seems to be open now. Oh, God.
Alhut goes first.
Yeah. So I would say that you guys would have lesser cover due to the crates and stuff, but because you do not notice him, you are flat-footed, so that just cancels out.
Would the short people have like better cover than the bigger people?
No.
Oh, worth a try.
Taka's the only one that doesn't take that second penalty, though.
It's me smarts.
Oh dear.
Okay, that's a crit.
Okay.
Oh dear.
Sherry, that's a crit.
What was a 31 to hit?
Dear Lord.
Ow!
So
Oh no.
How did you get a 31 with a +8?
It's a heavy crossbow. Oh, shoot.
Oh, yeah. But
uh,
how do you get a 31 with an 8?
How was that a 31?
That makes no
what do you
sense.
mean +8? There.
It says heavy
crossbow,
crossbow
+8, 31 to hit.
+8, 31.
Which means it was a 31 to hit Upri. With
But if he
+8
has a
to hit.
+8 to his die and it's a 20.
Oh, Han. Whoops! I accidentally still had something up. All right, so.
Do
Damn
I
it.
live?
Is it still
All right,
critical?
so
That's the main thing, I think.
Okay, that wouldn't be a crit.
Oh,
All
Start
right,
shoveling the blood back into me.
yeah. I accidentally
Rounds is a
still
glitch in
had
the Matrix.
a modifier up.
All good.
Yeah, it was
So-
weird. I was doing the math. I'm like,
Yeah.
our bonus and our negative counteract each other. How does he have?
Yeah. All right, so
Should try that.
Opry, how much were you on?
19. Oh wait, probably not that.
No, I was.
think she had.
I think I was still down by 8. I think I
Okay.
still
Oh, yeah,
remember
it was
my
8.
wounds being 8.
Okay, let me.
So it was on
So 11
11.
HP.
Yeah.
There we are. Yeah, they
Yeah. All right, so let me just roll the damage again. Let's
Roll
see.
low. Roll
11.
low.
11.
Oh,
I won!
enough.
oh,
I'm down.
that was one die too.
All right.
You're screwed.
My original statement of "Ugh," still stands.
It's just not.
Well-
it's just not as bad.
Just to add insult to injury,
Oh, no.
That's the
oh
first
dear.
you take 2 points of sneak attack damage.
On top of that, horrible man, horrible.
All right.
He's a bad man.
Bad man.
He's a
Shoot
bad
him.
man.
He is not a good boy.
No.
And yeah, he takes a second shot. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, never mind.
Thank God.
Yeah, never mind. He spends 2 actions to reload his crossbow, and that is his turn. So, Lysanth.
I assume he's revealed himself.
Yep, he has revealed himself.
He's not within range for me to attack. Though.
Avenge me.
Get closer.
Be a decoy.
Wait, you're really squishy. Don't get
Yeah.
too close. But
Squishy but strong. There's such a conflict of a person.
So I'll cast Shield
Mm-hmm.
on myself. There we go. And then I'll move over
Alright.
here and take cover.
Han, can I have you make me a secret perception, please?
Secret perception.
It's a trap.
Okay, that is enough. As you are about to take a step, you notice a tripwire.
Is it where I was going to move?
Yes.
Guess I would be able to take cover while avoiding it.
If you spend an extra action, you won't be able to use an action to take cover. You're still benefiting from lesser cover, but yeah, you can just use an action to step carefully.
Yeah, I'll do that.
I've got something for you next round anyway.
All right, so Upri, can I have you make me a flat D20 check, please? Okay, you are now dying 2.
I'm dying even more.
Right. Fido, your turn.
yeah, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
we can't
step
let fire
there.
go down again.
Mhm.
Da-dum. that.
Healing.
So that is, well, one action to move there and one action to do that. So,
All right.
And-
So yep, you. So Upri, you are no longer dying, but you are wounded 1.
Okay.
and I guess I will try to take out my short bow, and I think that is, yeah, because now on my thing it said the short bow had a range of 60 feet. So is that correct?
On short bows. Yeah, they
Yep.
do have a range of 60 feet.
And
Alrighty.
at least within 45. I can tell you that much.
You get a
Yeah,
critical
I have
hit,
them
you deal
targeted and
D10.
said, yeah. So
Yeah, it
then
always
I
tells
will,
you the range for targeting.
yeah. So I will try to hit him.
That is a miss.
That's
His
higher than
AC
17.
is over. It's at the very least 18.
Yeah.
And that will be my turn.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right. Duna, it is your turn now.
Okay, so seeing that he's over there and I'm over here, he is within 45 feet. Sadly, javelins only have 30 feet worth of range.
You will have a. You can still throw it beyond 30 feet. You'll just have a penalty.
Okay. Yeah, what's the penalty on that?
So for each range increment, you will have a -2 penalty.
Okay, how do I do that?
That's your modifier.
So I just need to put that in there, -2?
Actually, I think it might be automatically calculated. So, yeah, just roll it, and I'll take 2 if it isn't automatically calculated.
Okay. So we will throw a javelin,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to miss.
All right.
He's got the javelin.
No, it did not calculate it. So,
It still missed.
yeah. All right.
I am going to. It's an action to draw the spear, correct?
It is an action to equip a weapon.
I will
Anyway,
pull the spear.
mark off one of your javelins as being thrown.
Yep. I pull out the spear, and then for my last action, I'm going to shield up.
Okay. Taka, it is your turn.
I pull out the orange flask, put it on the box next to me, then and just look at Lysanth that you know what to do. And
Issue with that? But okay.
and then I don't like being in a group like this, so I'm going to try to get to here.
Okay, so you're
duck.
climbing over. That'll be difficult terrain.
Yeah.
Can I have you make me a secret perception, please?
Eek. I was kind of hoping that
I think
wasn't
we
the
were
case.
expected.
Okay, as you're about to do that, you notice at your feet a tripwire, the same tripwire that Lysent noticed.
Can I jump from the box to the one next to it, or is that going to be touching it?
The tripwire runs along here.
Oh, okay. So I take an action not to.
Yeah.
It's right that Upri didn't set it off by falling.
Thanks. Did I set it off by falling?
No, you did not.
So I'll go to there and at least have a little bit of cover. So that's 1, 2, 3
That
actions
would be
done.
2 actions.
3 actions done.
Oh, what was you had an action to move and an action to not trigger the trap. What was your last
Action to leave the potion or the bottle.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
You left it with license.
It's just sitting there, just like non-attended. Like,
New
if there's
round.
telekinesis, it could go flying.
Or could
Okay.
be shot.
Or it could be shot.
Fine.
At least I'm not within the width.
Be safe. Maybe.
Oh.
Okay. So he aims his crossbow at you, Tucker. You will have lesser cover, so let me just add that into the modifiers. And he misses, the bolt hitting the barrel next to your head.
You should have been left in a cage as a baby.
He just grunts at you and loads another bolt into his crossbow.
He can't even speak.
Lysanthe, it is your turn.
All right. So, while carefully avoiding the tripwire, I'll move my way beside Taka
Okay.
to where now I'm perfectly in range of using telekinetic projectile, where I will launch the alchemist fire at Hallowed.
Okay. Roll to hit.
Damn.
Okay. Can I have you roll a D8 and a D6, please? On.
Okay.
Burn the tree.
Okay. So. Nice.
That might be hitting the roots.
Depends where you start.
Hey, it could still technically hit Howard, depending on where he starts.
Yeah. You throw it, and the jar lands into the vial lands into the pond
Oh.
with a splash.
Aw.
Well, that's
Not
one
enough
way-
impact to shatter the glass.
At least we can get it back.
At least, as long as I know where it is, I can just use telekinetic projectile on it again.
Hapri, it is your turn.
I'm guessing I'm prone, so I've got to take an action to get back up.
All right, you do that.
Do I happen to notice the tripwire from my prone position?
Can I have you make me a secret perception, please?
You're cuddling up to it.
Yeah. Perception.
Okay. As you stand up, suddenly you feel a bit of a tug at your foot.
Oh no.
As you're the only one in the line.
What happens to me?
You collect another spear.
On a moment.
Waiting on
One
the
way to
sounds.
equip
Look, I've
one.
been doing so well with like taking no damage in this campaign, and then these last 2 sessions.
I know, right? Take a spear to the gut. Take a laser beam. Take another spear to the gut. Oh god. Hopefully that's
Okay.
the hit.
That's a hit.
Of course it is.
I've only got 6 HP, dude. Just so you know.
It's 2d6.
Those 2 dice.
Oh no. 2 ones, 2 ones, 2 ones.
Yeah. So, Duna and Fido, you just watch as Upri stands up, and then suddenly a spear shoots out from around the corner into Upri's side, and Upri just falls to the ground unconscious again.
Dibs on the spear.
Okay.
I know.
No, I'm not.
So, yeah, you start off at dying 2 because you were wounded 1.
Okay.
And that's your turn.
There we go. Hey guys, I triggered a trap. You're safe now.
Yeah, because you're still on it.
It is your turn.
Okay. Let's just.
Fido, I will let you know she has a healing potion on her. You want to use that instead on her.
But if
Maybe
you lay
I
on hands,
will.
she gets +2 AC.
Like that helped.
I don't think
mean,
that helped against
would
the
it-
spear.
Would that take an action to look for the potion and then, like, giving it to her, or?
It will take 2 actions to look for a potion. It'll take an action to look for the potion on somebody other than yourself, and then another action to retrieve it.
Then I'll just use my healing lay on hands right now.
Okay. So target, heal. You're back up, you're wounded 2.
Yeah. Don't go down again.
How many more tripwires are there? Let's find out.
Well, you're not technically up. You're still prone.
Yeah, I'll just roll around on the floor.
Just a heads up.
So,
The more
Fido,
go down,
you
the
have 2 more actions.
Please hit.
Yay!
Oh, thank God.
That is a hit. Roll damage for me.
Or
Okay.
damage.
You have 1 action left.
Does
Hit
Fido
again.
That is a miss.
Yes.
So it's still at least an 18.
At least has to be an 8.
All right.
I do have a question for the GM. Does the spear stick into Upri? And did it come from the right or to the left?
It came from the left.
So we could have triggered that, and Upri would have still been the one that went down.
Yes.
But knowing that it came from the left, what I'm going to do
That's all I want to know.
is I'm just going to step over, which costs me extra movement. I know that. So that's 10, 15. I'm going to move a box in the way, so if Upri triggers it again, another one doesn't come flying out at her.
Okay.
And then
That
I'm going
will
to
be
shield
an...
up.
Yep. That's your turn.
Yep.
Tucker, it is your turn.
Every time it moves the map for me when this happens. Grab a handful of arrows, put them down on the box, and then do my spell.
Okay.
Let's try. Let's try cold first. No. No.
We're doing so well.
We're doing amazingly. We're
At least we
doing
know
swimmingly.
you have to be more than 18.
Yeah. You aim your blast of cold energy at Howard, but distracted. You just hit the barrels in front of you.
Oh, if they had wine in there, it's now chilled wine. We're good.
Well, we know at least it's an 18 now because it's
19.
10 below.
19.
Yep.
You have to get a hover. Oh wait, no.
Oh.
No, you could be. Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah, I thought it was
his
next
turn
one,
to
yeah.
kill one of us.
Oh yeah, and he hasn't even used his D20.
Mm.
Hasn't needed to.
Which reminds us, viewers, if you'd like to donate, you can steal that D20 from him and feed us a D4
Or if
to
you're
heal up free.
Or if you're a regular viewer, you could also redeem your XP to do the same thing.
Or if you're an evil viewer, you could redeem enough to give the DM another D20.
Actually, you can't. They are
Oh, you
limited.
can.
Bye-bye, Lysanth.
That's bad.
Ooh.
Oh wait, I didn't put my shield up, did I?
Oh.
Oh, that's 20 damage.
Ooh.
Yeah. So you just watch as Lysanth gets hit in the chest with a crossbow bolt and just collapses into the crates behind him, unconscious.
If only I
Okay.
had my shield up, I could have reduced it to a 15 and still died. Even at max health.
Yay. Can I
Well,
have
they're
you
dead.
make that flat check, please?
Yep, flat D20. Ooh!
You
Oh,
are
no.
now dying too.
Oh, darn.
Which adds into the fact that I'm kicking Lysanth for dropping.
Okay. Upri, can I have you make me a flat D20 check?
Well, she's stable.
Oh,
Isn't she?
oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
She's just prone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm just having a look. Okay. I'm gonna. So it's, I think. So taking cover would be an action,
Yes.
and then to take my own potion would be another action.
It will be an action to grab it out of your pouch and an action to drink it.
So that would be my full turn to take cover and then get out and drink the potion.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You will still be prone though.
Yeah, because I think it said, I was looking at the rule references, and it
Yeah.
says when you're lying on the ground, you can take cover while prone to get a +4 bonus to AC.
Yeah. Yeah. Being prone does make it harder to hit you with a ranged attack.
I'll just like lie flat. Just-
Yep. So, you drink your potion. You will heal D8.
Yay!
You heal 7. Let me just add that to you.
Thank God I bought you potion.
Yep.
I know, right?
We should have all
So,
bought those.
yeah, that is your turn. Fido.
Fido, shoot him.
He doesn't seem to
Yeah.
be very nice.
No.
He's a
No.
bad
Very bad.
taking out Upri. And he just took out your buddy Lysanthra.
Okay, you hit. Roll damage.
Revenge Paladin, go!
2.
Okay.
Because
He
I
doesn't
don't know,
like
have
that.
a bonus to the damage.
I'll try hitting him again.
Again.
No.
Yeah, I believe you still have one action left.
Yeah.
I don't know if the negative on that's worth rolling.
Yeah. I was debating about getting closer, really. But I don't know.
Hey, you can move right there, right
That's
next to Upri. And take cover behind the barrels.
Take cover with my blood.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just move 5 feet. Yeah, you have lesser cover now.
Okay, cool.
You have better cover than I do currently.
Yeah. Duna,
Very
it
good.
is your turn.
Alright. So, first
The
thing
guy's
first.
first boss fight.
We're all going
I
to
don't
die.
like it.
I look at you and go, "What was the snake then?"
A pet.
Boss.
Not the boss fight.
So I'm going to take out a javelin since I had to set my spear down against the wall to move the barrel in front of the trap
Yep.
last turn. I am going to chuck said javelin at said jackass,
All right, roll to hit.
and then I'm going to shields up. Nope. So that's another javelin down. I have 2 left.
Tucker, it is your turn.
Really annoying. Every time it gets to my turn, it moves the map away
Because
from
it
where
like
it needs to be.
recenters it.
Yeah.
But it moves
The
it.
way I have it zoomed in right now, it's perfect. But it always throws it back into the top right.
But the problem is, I'm running across 2 screens.
Yeah.
So yeah, so it centers it into the middle of the 2 screens. Not
Yeah,
into.
hold on. I just turned auto center off.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I didn't even know it was a thing. It was just something that was annoying. Okay, so let's try casting a spell again.
All right, roll to hit.
And let's get behind cover.
Okay, you do that.
Well, I said I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
Actually,
Who do
I
you
don't
think?
know how far dying can you go.
Who do you think
You
I'm
gotta
using for
keep
cover?
everyone
you-
guessing.
Once you've reached dying 4, you're gone.
Yeah.
Oh damn.
Who do you think I'm using for cover?
Right.
Fido's just like, I need to go for 20 minutes.
Fido, shoot him.
I need to pray.
Someone needs to toilet
I
train
need
that
to
dog.
pray. I need to pray.
You're praying for the wrong
need to go
god.
pray, don't die.
All right. He shoots at you, Fido, but it misses.
Oh, nice.
It was
All right,
probably
that
another
is
one.
his turn as he loads another bolt.
I'm going to run out long before he runs out of bolts.
I'm.
Hey!
Yep. All right. So you reduce your dying amount by 1. So
I'm not
you're
gonna die.
now.
1.
Yep.
Still one.
You're at 1 dying, but you're stabilized, right?
No, you're not. You become stabilized at dying 0.
Oh! Oh, God.
And
That would
if,
have only happened if I got a nat 20.
and if you go down again after recovering, you start at a
Your
lower
dying
dying.
Ew.
So
Yeah.
the more times you go down, the more dangerous it is.
Yeah. So failing at dying, that check gives you increases dying by 1. Crit failing increases it by 2. Success decreases it by 1. A crit success decreases it by 2.
And then if you've already downed once, you have a stagnant 1 dying the next time you go into dying condition.
Yeah.
Depending on your dying score when you get back up, I guess.
Yeah. So depending on your wounded score determines what you start your dying score at.
Okay.
Like
So-
if you get healed at dying 3, you
So
get
if Ufri
wounded
goes
3.
down 2 more times, she is flat out dead.
Yes.
Or goes down once and fails a roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, Upri, it is your turn.
Speaking of death,
Okay, so I'm gonna.
He's at least 30 feet away.
Yeah, I should be
35.
like,
Okay, so I'm gonna take an action to get up from prone,
Mm-hmm.
and then I am going to use my action to hunt prey.
All right.
So I'll mark him as thing, and then I will do my hunted shot. So that's 2 attacks.
All right. Roll to hit.
So that's
hit.
hope.
On. This is
For
with
Ranger,
your
right?
yeah. This is with your longbow, isn't it? Actually, yeah, your.
35.
Yeah.
That was a miss. Oh, Jesus. That was at least consistent with it being the 9s, but come on.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Okay.
that's my turn.
Has anyone hit him yet? Other than
I
Fido?
know.
He has been hit
He's
Yeah.
wounded.
twice.
My scent hit him, didn't he?
No.
Missed with the initial telekinetic thing.
Oh,
He's been
I thought
hit
he used
twice.
some else.
Yeah. Fido, it is your turn.
Shoot him, Fido.
No.
Shoot him.
No.
Ugh.
Stop aiming for Upri.
Aim for Lysanth. He's bigger.
No.
Don't even try a third.
No, I'm not
Just say
going
take
to.
cover at that point.
Yeah, just take cover.
Okay. So you now have standard cover. Duna, it is your turn.
Get recentered on me. Bad computer. Okay.
It shouldn't.
I'm going to throw or pull out, throw, shields up.
Okay, roll to hit.
Come on! Well,
Oh,
when he runs out of crossbow bolts, he'll have 4 freaking javelins when I'm done.
Right,
No, he won't. They're not even near him.
Strategic retreat.
Taka, it is your turn.
Again, it resends for me too. But no, he won't have javelins because they're not even near him. Same thing. Let's do the Ray of Frost.
All right, roll to hit.
Nope. And duck blind cover.
Luck isn't on your guy's side today.
Nope.
No. We regret our life choices.
I regret everything.
He's just laughing.
I'm just going to wait for him to pick off all 4 of them and go, so, you want some muscle?
It's like, let me show you how it's done.
Okay, I'm going to change tactic.
Oh dear.
30 to hit Taka.
Oh, is
Wow.
that me?
Yeah.
No.
Is it a
I'm
30
not allowed
with
to do
cover?
that. Oh.
Well, at least you're still up.
I thought Taka had cover. That
I
sucks.
did. But 30's not enough.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure Taka's AC 829.
Nah.
Yeah.
What
So
is his bonus to hit?
A lot.
Too much.
Who cares about his
Too much
bonus?
for
We just
level
need to
one
roll
party.
higher than our single digit number rolls.
yep, he just reloads again. Lysanth, D20.
Oh no.
Yay.
Right.
Lysanth is
Yep. That is enough. You are at dying 0. You're stabilized.
He just takes another shot.
Cool.
at Lysanth.
Though you're still unconscious. Speaking of which, probably should just there.
Alright.
Upri.
Yeah, just gonna try and fire again. This time using the flurry thing, so hopefully it's yeah.
Yeah.
Kill your hunted target, right?
Oh, frick's sake.
Oh,
Hey!
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 19!
Hey!
What you
Most-
need.
I hit! Or he doesn't have like a legendary action where he's just gonna laugh in my face and it bounces off his laugh and scorn.
No.
No.
No, he has a
Legendary
lair
action
action.
bounces off of him, goes back into you, critical hit.
Yeah.
That's the lair action, not the legendary.
He just
there I
changes
am.
targets now.
Hey, max damage.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And I'll take that final shot because why not? Yeah.
Critical miss.
Should probably duck. Never mind. I'm not being very
Hey.
strategic.
And he's
Oh,
still
sure,
only
he
classed as
snaps.
wounded.
Yep.
Fido, shoot him.
What are the statuses? Because it goes from like if you take damage, you're
No.
wounded, and then what does it go from
There's
there?
heavy wounded.
Heavy wounded, and then dying.
Yeah, I think.
That was a crit miss.
It's
Oh no!
wounded, heavy, and then dying.
Yeah.
Shoot him
Ah.
again.
Yeah.
No.
At least it wasn't a
Take
critical
cover.
miss.
I died back now. I just tried to take cover again.
If it wasn't already a thing, we should have called this a series of unfortunate
Yeah.
events.
He
This isn't Fido
he
and
has
Brett.
the
This is
advantage
Vincent
of
getting
just picking you off
slaughtered.
with his crossbow.
Yeah.
I'm just glad I'm not in melee with him right now.
Duna, it is your turn.
But we
I
are in
wondered if
cover, and
melee-
it's still nothing.
I wondered if melee might be better. Like maybe he doesn't have something as good as his crossbow.
Hey, I hit.
Alright,
Going
roll damage.
forward, going forward would just draw his ire
damage.
to you.
Still only wounded.
Shields up.
Okay. Tucker.
Change of tactic. Let's zap. I hit,
Alright, yeah. He fails.
and he
his
actually
save.
failed as well.
No, he succeeded the save.
Oh, he succeeded.
A 22
Yeah, he
versus
succeeded,
16.
So
Yeah.
that's no
Does
damage.
success can still have an effect.
Yeah, so it's half damage.
Okay.
Alright.
Hey, now he's heavy.
Yay!
He
I'm
might
doing
die
something.
soon.
And now he's gonna. Oh, and take cover. Before you do it, take cover.
Okay. You take cover. So,
Doesn't matter. He's gonna. Is it me? Oh, dude.
All I know is I'm glad he missed, but I'm out of javelins, so I'm going to be starting to move forward.
okay.
Out there.
Lysant, you're unconscious. Apri.
If I kick Lysant enough,
Hit
we'll
him.
remain unconscious.
Hit him.
Hold on a sec. Okay. Yeah, I'll take my first 2 shots. Oh, Lord, like,
Already 10.
Hey!
Hi.
Oh,
just 4. Hey, he's heavy. And then I would like to use my third action to take cover.
okay.
Hey, we got 2 good hits in on him this time. 3
Fido.
good hits on him this time.
Anyway, how many arrows do you guys have left?
Probably not a lot.
Hit.
Upri, this might hurt, but I might take that spear out of your gut and throw it.
Oh,
It's stemming the wound, dude.
wait a minute. Let me just put that in your character sheet. And
I wasn't sure if we were tracking ammo because it's a one shot. One shot.
I don't think mine ever said how much ammo I had.
I apparently have 2 sets of 10 arrows.
yeah. Oh, you had 2 sets?
It's
Yeah.
got a 2 next to it.
Yep.
Yeah, I've been tracking mine. I only got 1 out of 4, so I have a 25% success hit rate.
Yeah. Anyway, so Fido, you hit him.
I did hit him.
Damage. Alright.
I'll
Anything
try
else
again.
you'd like to do?
Yeah, I'll try hit him again. No. And cover.
Okay. I would, since this is round 6 and you've pretty much spent, with exception, I would say, Fido, you have 2 arrows left.
Okay.
I
And
feel like
up.
I've used maybe 7.
You've been down far
Yeah.
more than up, though.
Yeah, because I know I used 3 arrows last time and 2 this round, so that's 5, and I think I got
Yeah.
2 more than previous.
Yeah.
If
Oh,
you ever
wait.
need them, you can always take them from Uppery. She's got more than you.
Yeah. So, Fido, you shot at him and then shot
Cover.
at him again
Cover.
and cover. All right.
Yeah.
Duna, your turn.
All right. So, question for you, DM.
Mhm.
Take the spear that's in Upri out. Is that a medicine to not hurt her?
would have
With the
fallen out.
healing, the spear would have fallen out.
Okay. I
It's
grabbed
just
it.
an action. Yeah, just an action to grab it.
It
Alright,
does only
so-
have a 20-foot range, though.
That's
you-
fine.
You'll have a -2 penalty.
I'm not throwing it this round.
Okay.
I picked it up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to chuck it over to the next set of barrels,
Okay.
and then I'm going to shields up.
All right.
There's a reason. So it's going. So 2 boxes in front of me is where it's going.
Okay.
Because I'm going to grab mine, move forward, and then I'm going to chuck from 20 feet.
All right. That's your turn.
Hey,
Mhm.
Taka.
Taka.
Same thing. Let's elect. Let's try to do the zaps. Why didn't that work? Because for
You're not
some reason I
targeting
don't. I'm
Hallam
not targeting.
currently somehow.
Try to do zap again.
Hey!
failed.
Take full damage. Is there a secondary effect to that?
He's
or is
not
it only on
dying
the
yet.
Um,
There's
No
no
second-
secondary effect.
no.
Okay, so that's just on the crit.
Yeah, it just can target multiple creatures.
Mm.
Well, that's it. Also, and ducking for cover again.
Okay.
Shoot me!
It's his turn.
Critical at Taka.
Holy
Oh,
shit.
Thank God I went.
Criticals.
Too many crits.
Why are you hoarding our luck? You are so mean.
And he hasn't even
I
used
like
the
crunch.
D20.
Oops, all crits.
Anyway, I apparently have a history of this as a GM where whenever players encounter a boss fight, my bosses always get lots of crits.
That's fine. They're not going at me, so I'm happy.
I guess
Doesn't
you
matter.
are the game reaper.
Mm.
Oh.
Oh no.
No.
It didn't matter.
So yeah, you are currently unconscious and dying.
I had 2 hit points left.
Yeah.
So
So you weren't worried about it anyway.
hey.
Actually, how much? We'll go back on that. How much does the cover have? Does the cover give?
How much does regular
Cover.
cover give?
Yeah, because I was ducking behind the
Regular
boxes.
cover gives you a +2.
It's not a critical.
Oh,
I'm still down.
yeah, you're still down.
Yeah, but it's not a critical.
Yeah, I just forgot to press the modifier for cover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyhow,
Lyseth, unconscious.
Still unconscious.
Upri.
shoot him!
Yeah, I mean,
Ooh,
I'm not a healer, so you know, I'll do what I do
I'm
best.
out of heals.
I'll stabilize them
I'm not
afterwards.
healing on you.
Okay.
First roll
Miss.
always sucks.
And then the dog will drop again.
18 is a miss.
It's a mess. So his AC is 19. We
Yeah.
know that now.
I'm just gonna use my third action to take cover.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, Kash, you might have to get something different ready for next week. Fido.
Shoot. Like,
No, he's heavily damaged. There's a chance we three can take him down.
The
Yeah,
head.
you hit
Hit
him.
him.
There
He'll
is a
die, though.
chance.
3.
No, he won't die.
This is, you say this is a Dark Souls game, so this is only stage 1 or phase 1 of the combat.
I am. Then he'll grow.
Eventually, he's just gonna
giant.
chuck that crossbow, come over these boxes, and beat our ass.
You say that. I've got 2 sound sets here.
Okay.
I've got one for
bro,
ranged, one for melee.
Now we know he can shoot a gun too.
Yeah.
I'm
So
He's a
going to
lot
use my
deadlier with a crossbow.
second action. Like, if I got over here, like, roughly, would I be in, like, cover?
yes, you would be in lesser cover.
And there's
Okay.
a handful of arrows on top of the boxes there too.
Oh, cool. I'll just step on Pac.
I'll move.
And
I'll
you're
move
just
my-
taking his arrows.
Yep.
All right.
Put them to use.
He's not putting them to use.
But they're actually sitting on the boxes, for ready to be. Well,
I
thrown,
might
but-
actually have you toss me Lysintha's freaking spear.
One.
Oh, yeah.
Because I really don't want to go into melee with this guy.
All
One
right.
action to shoot, 1 to get there,
that's
and
your
1 to take
turn.
cover.
Duna.
Alright. Grab my spear. Move forward.
Hmm?
I still have the soft cover.
Yeah.
Shields up.
Okay, that's your turn.
Yep.
Flat
I said
D20,
shoot me,
please.
You bloody idiot.
Okay.
It didn't show up for me. All right.
I like the first one better.
Oh,
Oh,
I bet you
you're
did.
dying too.
Alright. Ooper. Oh no, it's Harold's.
Oh,
It's his turn again.
Shoot me.
Who's gonna die this round?
Well, at least drop.
At least drop, yeah. Oh no!
That's fine.
Wow, it wasn't a crit though.
No, it missed by 1. So my shield takes reduces the damage by 5. So I take no damage.
Okay. And your shield takes the 5. Or
So it has hardness 5.
yeah, that's right.
So it takes none.
Oh, half of the damage goes into the shield, and the other half goes to you with
Okay,
shield
so I
block.
take 2. The shield
You
would
take-
take 3.
Yeah, and that
Okay.
3 does nothing. So,
So just give me 3 health back.
yep, that I can do.
Shields are good.
And then I look at him and I go, see? That's what you're supposed to do. Shoot the lizard.
The spell shield isn't as good.
Yeah.
Shoot the lizard.
So that was his turn. He loads another bolt. Lysintha's
Let's go
unconscious.
Let's
Upre.
continue this gentleman's game of shoot and throw.
in my case, it's shoot and hide.
yeah.
That was a miss. And then take off another one, do the second. Worse. and then take cover.
Okay.
Hey, Fido, can you toss me that spear over there? After you shoot once?
Yeah, sure.
These rolls.
Shoot once. No. I'll use my second action to toss my spear to Duna and cover.
Okay. Duna, it is your turn.
I chuck a spear.
Alright, roll to hit. This will be the range attack, so.
Yep. Nope. I have. That's. So. I'll pick up another spear and then shield up.
Yeah.
Because I already had one in my hand.
All right. Can I have you make another flat D20, Tucker?
If I say no, is that okay?
Immediately fail.
Why is my health all
How'd
the way
that go?
down to 9?
It should have dropped.
Didn't roll.
There we go.
Oh, it's
Wait, the first
just
one
turned
finally
up.
picked up.
First
Damn.
one. Yeah.
no.
And so 18,
Unfortunate-
yes, no.
Unfortunately, I have to do the first one.
On 3.
Yeah.
All your sass is coming back to haunt you.
Can't be all of
It's-
it. No way.
Howard's turn again, so you're behind us.
Yep.
Ah,
I have soft cover, but not full cover.
Oop.
Yep.
all right.
So I will take 3. The shield will take 4. So give me back 4.
Yeah.
Whittling down, Duna.
Out. Question. To use the healing kit to heal me, that takes time, right?
That takes 10 minutes.
Yeah. I thought so.
I feel like this combat wasn't supposed to go on for 9 rounds, but it is.
Yeah. Funny how that happens.
That's okay. Last week for Smuggler's Run, we had space combat go for 2 hours.
Yeah. Upri, it is your turn.
Shoot him.
Shoot him! I'll try. Who knew it could be so hard?
I'm so close.
Ah,
Wow. This.
Fido, shoot him.
and then taking cover.
Okay. Fido,
Okay.
your turn.
I'll use one action to grab those arrows that Taka had put on like the box,
Yep.
however many that is,
Mm-hmm.
and
That would be 10 arrows, I believe.
cool.
So,
'cause
hold on,
none of 'em
let me
got
have a
used.
look at his inventory. Yes, 10 arrows. So you gain all 10 arrows back.
Okay, cool. So second action, hit, please. No,
Mm,
Shoot him again.
but cover.
You have soft cover just like I do.
Do I? If I don't take cover, I mean,
If you you have soft cover by default, you can just take an action to improve it to standard cover.
I kind of. Yeah, no, I'm taking standard cover.
Okay.
we don't want to die.
Duna, it is your turn.
Hmm.
I am so sorry, guys.
This might be.
Bile says otherwise.
Oh,
Should never be sorry for
This is
TPK.
This is turning into like
Just-
a war of like ammunition. Like which side is going to run out first?
How much ammo does he have? Hmm.
He's only
As
been
much as he
shooting
needs.
once per round.
I
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, because I haven't closed the distance. So. He would have to drop and pick up. Well, no, he's a brawler, so no, he just punched me.
Barrels in front of me don't just happen to contain arrows or anything, do they?
So, yeah. We're just going to chuck another spear at him.
okay. Roll a hit, please.
That's going to miss.
Yeah.
And I'm going to pick up the other spear, and then I'm going to shield up.
Okay.
And pray I survive another hit.
Could I have you
Funny.
do another flat D20?
Don't die.
Buddy,
The opposite of that.
20. At 20.
He died.
Okay,
he's dead.
Tucker, you are dead.
Well, how will I explain this to Tiddles?
Oh, no.
Oh no.
Just
If
feed me.
only we had Tittles.
Just feed me the Tittles. She'll understand.
Oh my goodness.
Feed Taka to Tittles and let him possess Tittles.
Okay.
Don't think it works that way, but good play.
Yeah, that's.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Let's use your death to springboard back from this like near defeat, and let's take him
All right,
down.
TPK.
I'm starting to get low over here. We still shooting this out?
He takes another shot at you, misses.
Ah.
Eventually, he just says, "Forget this." He drops his crossbow and draws out a knife.
Oh,
So that
Oh, you want to do knifey stab game? I'll be right there. Give me just a
that is
minute.
potential for 3d4 though.
He has-
Actually,
Fine.
he draws out to. Nah, never mind. Yeah. And he takes a step.
I'll be
here.
right there.
Yep.
Let's duke this out like gentlemen.
And that's his turn.
Lysan's unconscious still.
Afri, it is your turn.
Like, none of us could do anything to bring like Lysanthia back up. Oh lordy. Oh, he's moved closer, asshole. So if I want to move
Anyway,
in-
I'm just going to say if anyone in the group was going to die, I was having a feeling it was going to be Taka.
I thought you were going to
It
say
had
you were
to
glad
either
it was
be
going to
Taka
be
or
me.
Lysanth.
Oh, I'm not glad about that. You should never be glad if any of your players die. Alright, so
I'm
you
just-
move over
Oh,
there.
this is fun.
Actions
I'm
move
sorry, this is
here, and
fun.
then I'll take 2 shots.
Okay, roll to hit. You hit him.
you hit.
Roll damage.
Thank God.
He's dead!
Okay.
I'm going
And,
over there and I'm going to shank him right in the throat.
Yep. With that, you shoot. You fire your arrow, and it just lands in his chest. He grabs it, and then collapses onto the ground.
Hey, Taka! Taka, did you see that? Oh. Hey, Taka, wake up! Taka!
I just start stabbing away at this guy.
Duna, as you walk up, can I have you make a secret perception, please?
Is there another triple?
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
Oh no. Fail it. Another death. Fail it. It's gonna be bad.
Okay.
2
I
PCs
still
for the
have my
price of
shield.
1 NPC.
Okay, as you kneel down to go and stab him, suddenly you just hear a whoosh overhead. Look at the wall on the opposite side and see another spear jammed into it.
Lucky!
That's why he didn't
Shank!
move forward.
Shank! Shank!
That's why he only moved a little bit forward.
He's so lucky. So lucky.
I just start laying into him with the one spear I have left. I was literally down to 1 spear. I took the spear that hit
Choking on
you.
blood.
I was
sent the spear.
I
all
was
4 of
literally
my
down
javelins.
to dead.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, and he's down to dead, so you
Yeah.
know.
There's
And
a
he's
perception
dead
here.
now.
Oh,
And then I
So-
will go over and make a medicine check on the lizard.
Yeah, I was gonna say your priorities there are a bit.
yeah. Can
I
I
was
have
making
you?
sure he was dead.
Yeah, roll the medicine check for me, please.
Gonna be in that one.
And then I'll die. That'll be 2 PCs for the price of 1 NPC.
That is a fail, but not a
Damn.
crit fail.
Yeah.
So nothing happens.
All right.
So it's gonna be an hour before I can get you up. So you're just gonna wake up naturally in an hour. I'm going
Yeah.
to proceed to
For 20
grab
minutes.
all of the javelins, all of the spears.
Yeah.
Fido is going to get on his knees and start sobbing with his hands folded together, just sobbing.
Yeah. Because now that adrenaline is gone, you look down and you realize, yeah, Taka is dead.
I've been a bad boy. I couldn't save him.
Oh no!
Oh.
I'm a bad boy.
Can I make my way over to like Taka and Fido and just check for tripwires because I've already obviously triggered one myself.
Okay.
also going
roll me
to,
a secret perception, please.
Oh God.
Seems fine.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
sure.
going to go
Just
ahead and medicine check myself.
Okay. Roll me that.
Nope.
Yeah, that is not enough, but you don't crit fail.
Yep.
Need a
And
5
then
roll
after
for
I
it.
gather everything up and try to heal myself, I'm gonna go take a dip in the water to go find the bottle.
Okay. Yeah, you dive down and yeah, you
Retrieve
do find the vial sitting at the bottom on in the dirt.
Cork falls off just as you get it to the surface. Or it gets a crack.
And then I proceed to pick Lysentha up, throw him over my shoulder, and I go, Fido, carry Taka. It's the least you can do.
Anyway,
He worked so hard to train you.
I will just say, as you looking around, you do notice tucked into Hallard's pocket. Speaking of which, probably should share this. That's just a picture of him. Not a nice looking man.
I don't like him.
But you do see a note in his pocket that reads this.
Where does it read?
It's in the images.
Yeah.
says note.
Oh, yeah, I just...
Well,
Oh,
is someone
shit.
going to read it out? I'm dead, so I don't have to.
Hello. The final shipment of corpse blood is due in just over a week, and it is the last thing I need from that greedy bastard board. I'm enclosing a parting gift for him that should ensure he never tells anyone of our dealings. Be sure that he gets it, my darling. Drop off the regents as soon as they
Reagents.
arrive. Reagents, as soon as they arrive. My work is almost done. You will find your usual reward in the stub. B.
Well, there's the evidence we need.
Yeah. And with that, we will be ending this session there.
He's working for somebody else. Oh, wait, I can't say that. I'm dead.
Yeah. So I'll have to talk with you in between sessions.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
It's all good.
I need to heal.
And it
I
couldn't
didn't
have
realize
happened.
I was down that low.
It couldn't have happened to a more ruder member of the party. So yeah, totally okay with it. Yeah, we couldn't do anything against that guy. That was bad. So,
I feel like it
I
would've
went
been
through
even
so
worse
much
if we were in
ammo.
melee.
what was that? I was going to say Lysanthe. Wayward.
I feel like it would have been even worse if we were in melee, because he would have been able
Oh,
to
it
attack
would've.
even more.
It definitely would have.
We did
Because
have
he
cover.
punched me once and dropped me.
Yeah. But we also had cover, which were giving us
Yeah.
little bits, which he was
Yeah.
still getting past.
I am
The
glad
right
I
approach,
went
just
with
bad rolls.
Yeah, it's mainly
Heals or
this.
not?
The encounter just became so much harder due to luck.
I had no
Yeah.
spells
Yeah.
to heal.
I was down to my last spell slot.
I had no healing spells. They were already used.
I didn't anyone else buy potions?
Because someone kicked me down a well.
No, you succeeded at catching yourself, and then you let go.
I wouldn't have had to let go if I didn't get kicked down a well.
I was told to kick you down the well.
Lord.
I didn't hear you get told be kicked down the well, so I blame you because my hands like this. Oh no, and I drop again. So
Oh, that was
I
fun.
can just see
Yeah.
purgatory right now for your Taka. It's literally an endless falling, and just Fido's face literally there,
Purgatory is more like a school
saying,
or
"I'm better
library.
than you."
Purgatory would be more like a school or library.
Yeah. Being level 1 characters, I don't think you have access to resurrection or anything like that.
If we believe.
So that's the part 1 of Fall of Plaguestone.
Oh God!
So
How much XP was that?
not enough. Oh, I don't have to share it as much.
Don't
Yeah,
share
we only have
XP
to
with a
share
dead
it 4
person.
times.
Isn't that how it works? That's how I used to.
Experience in Pathfinder 2nd Edition works a bit differently.
Yeah. So I liked Pathfinder 2nd Edition. It's going to take a while for us to get used to it. We are still getting used to it. We do need to speed up combat more. I just want to comment on Fantasy Grounds. Getting used to that has also been a big challenge. We're trying to learn 2 things at once, which has kind of slowed us down. Apologize for that. But I do like some of the systems that are here in Fantasy Grounds. I like the targeting and everything being automatic from that.
Mm-hmm.
Remembering to target is our issue.
Yeah.
If it's only one target, you can just leave the target on them
Yeah.
the entire combat.
Yeah.
Status effects and things like that. We'll need to do that as well. Get used to it.
Yeah, I keep on forgetting to apply those.
Yeah. But if we were playing a game which we all knew and then learning Fantasy Grounds from scratch, that wouldn't have been too much of a problem. If we were all familiar with Fantasy Grounds and learning Pathfinder 2 from scratch, again, that wouldn't have been too much.
Yeah.
I think learning 2 at once is a bit of a hit for us.
I'm just
But it's been so
realizing
much fun.
something that we'll have to deal with next week. Fido is still poisoned.
Yeah. I can't do anything until Fido takes that next tick.
And I'm the healer.
In less than an hour.
And I'm the healer. Yay. Oh, well.
I can't heal them again until they take that next tick.
Let's just sleep. Does poison go away with sleep? We'll find out. Or else we'll wake up and Fido's dead.
Yeah. Yeah. How afflictions work in Pathfinder 2nd is they do have a maximum duration. So
Okay.
Maximum amount of
Go
ticks.
to sleep. We'll wake up, find out Fido's dead from poison, and Lysanthe drowned in blood in his sleep.
I would have thought that the poison is cured, but Fido drowns in drool in his sleep. No? Oh,
yeah.
So
Well, let's see what happens next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So outros. Our Game Reaper, our GM.
Yep. I am Game Reaper. I have been your GM this week, and wow. Yeah, I was not expecting that.
I'm glad that you're enjoying
What the hell? Come on.
Fine.
Yeah,
And yeah, so you can catch me at Gathering of Nerds. I don't believe something is being run at today, but yeah, it's been cancelled. So yeah, that's me.
No name.
I'm No Name Wayward. I've been playing Lysenth Undaji, the aberrant sorcerer, lizard folk, who tries to be very scary.
It works better now that you're covered in your own blood.
And
Yeah,
fire
yeah.
You just tuckered
scars.
out. Everyone else got a rest. You didn't.
Ursula.
Lizard folk need a lot of rest. I'm Ursa May. I've been playing Fido, who's been trying to be a good boy, but now he's thinking he's been a bad boy. He hasn't
Ooh.
been good enough.
So I got to get the spike collar.
No, he's just gonna be depressed. You can find me at Twitter and Instagram at Ursa May Arts, where I do art and stuff, and I do commissions as well.
I was going to get a spiked collar and style his fur down over one of his eyes.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I can see that. I'm going to skip myself. Chibi.
Guys, I'm Chibi. I was playing our Goblin Ranger Upri the Squat. And yeah, you can find me at bespokecc.com.au as I am also a commission artist based here in Australia. Thanks.
Sin.
I am Sin. I've been playing Duna, the lizard folk fighter, and I will make sure that Fido remembers every day that she is the reason why Taka died.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh, from the bottom of Tucker's
That's just
now dead heart.
Still
Thank you.
torment.
She's a paladin. She's got to have that affliction.
I'm a bad boy.
Yeah. At least Fido didn't die, because then we'd have to change the name of the show. So my name is Carson Goblin. My character died. Tucker died because Fido was a bad boy. We are back to normal programming, and so tomorrow we're probably going to do a Let's Play or a GM prep, and then we've got Saints and Sinners now on a fortnightly rotation with Smuggler's Run, so that'll be the day after. And on Friday we're bringing back our book club. I don't know what one it's going to be this week. We don't have a server out. I will just find something, because it's been still a bit of a hectic week, and I've hurt my back putting everything back for the last 2 weeks of painting. So that's always fun. But we are back to normal scheduling, so check us out daily. And it's been fun to play a character to actually die in a boss fight. I don't mind it. It's cool.
Yeah.
Like, I actually don't mind it at all. It's kind
Anyway,
of...
at this rate, we might have to rename the show to Fido minus Friends.
Because it's Fido plus friends, so Fido minus friends. It's not too much of a marketing issue. It's
No, you could just go Fido plus friends minus one.
Fido plus friend.
Friend. Take the S off. That's also doable.
Just grab a Sharpie and take off the S.
Because Lysenth has been like the only one to treat Fido well.
But he's a good boy.
He's been has been nice.
Anyway, we're gonna head off. So check out the all the credits run. We're probably not going to be doing a raid today, and we'll go back to Etron's Folly and the caravan to Etron's Folly as our Syrinscape audio for our credits run. So thanks everyone for coming in. Thank you everyone here. Thank you Game Reaper for putting this on. It's been really fun, different, and yeah, I'm enjoying Pathfinder 2. It's great. So.
Yeah.
Oh.
Bye.
Bye.
So I'm coming back because there's rolls going on behind the scenes to see if Fido lost it against the poison. That's a fail for the poison save. Critical fail. And we're just working this out now. Nine damage down, but there's a medicine check coming. So Fido will be down, but Fido's stabilized. We're getting these live rolls here. We've closed down the game, but the live rolls are coming through. Damn, the poison's treated. And one more saving throw. It's coming through. Live rolling and out. Live rolling commentary here. It's all excitement, all the tension. And another fail. Okay. So doing another heal. I like the idea that this is taking too long. Treat wounds. So he took another 11 hit points. Or healed another. Okay, Fido's down again. 3 wounds. Does that mean it's dead? Or is that one more? Is it down? Dead? It sounds like Fido survives. Just. No, it sounds like Fido survives. Sorry for the bad news. Fido survives. I'll finish the stream now. Bye.